what I told you.
Don't be a cunt.
Welcome to World Class Bullshitters, the epitome of pop culture. I'm your host, G.M.P.C. With me tonight is the last standing Samoan no more. He's the Bombay bad boy, Big Rig Nick Utown.
Yep, glad to be here on this wonderful Thursday night after a ridiculously crazy week or weekend, I should say. A lot of stuff has been happening. It's been wild.
Dude, we'll talk about it as soon as we introduce the man known as Etepo Queen, all the way from Wrestling with Horror. Say hello to Etepo Queen.
Thank you. Hello to the chat. And of course, it's good to be here with these two fine gentlemen again on a lovely Thursday evening. It's always lovely here in the office. It's a cool, calm 68 degrees in here right now with the air conditioning running. And yeah, I'm ready to have some fun tonight, boys. It's good to be here. And big shout out to Coach Kendo, who I'm sitting in for tonight. No, Kendo hasn't lost his hair and become just tall, dark, and handsome. I'm just kidding, Kendo. You're a stallion. You're a stallion. I love you, man.
Well, that makes one of you guys or two of you guys, I should say. So that's fine.
It's just him at this point.
Yeah.
So yeah, if Batman was still on the CW, the channel would be called Wrestling with Batwoman. Yeah, how many Batwoman videos again there?
83 Batwoman videos, and I was actually getting nostalgic for my own work the other day, which doesn't happen because I hate the sound of my own voice, much as pretty much everybody does, but that's okay. Trust me, I feel your pain. I've been living with it for 44 years. I went and watched one of the season 2 videos, which was probably, I'd say, the most fun to do and the apex of the show's popularity. So yeah, they were just, I got to use the lesbians Eric Bischoff gif so many times during those. It was fantastic. But it makes me happy that I cover wrestling and horror now. And have you guys seen In a Violent Nature yet? Have you?
Yes, I have.
Yeah, Nick, we'll talk, about it. But yeah, that was. I could have pared that. I'm going to re-edit that and just cut out some stuff. And I'm going to pare that down to about 45 minutes, but I can't fix the acting or the dialogue. No human beings would ever. And I say this as somebody who enjoyed Terrifier, that had no story and no character development. Was like I said, it was so gory at points. I'm even like damn. But
yeah,
this one, the special effects were phenomenal in it. That was one thing that the kills, there was a lot of attention paid to them. I don't want to spoil it because it's, there might be some people who haven't seen it yet, but no, it was good.
A movie.
It was good. It had good aspects. It's like AEW wrestling. There's always a gold nugget in that steaming pile of shit every now and then.
Yeah.
Well, last night wasn't MJF's match pretty epic, they say?
Actually, yes, it was, and but I still have nitpicks, and you can watch that show along with us doing commentary over on Wrestling with Horror on Patreon if you wish. But cheap plug, sorry, but yeah, we did watch it last night, and we did a live stream reaction to the show afterwards. The show was utter dog shit. That match was great, and that's the problem is you gave that away on free TV and you still couldn't break 800,000 people in the ratings. That's gotta hurt, Gene.
Well, Tony Khan has billions of dollars, but we have the love of billions of people. So, folks, welcome into episode 408 of World Class Bullshitters. Tonight, we're going to be talking about all sorts of things. We're going to be talking about the boys in bad timing. Yeah, as Nick talked about, this has been a crazy week. The weekend, I don't think we've had a crazier series of days in decades. Look, I get that the pandemic happened. That was nuts. But in our lifetime, it's been this past weekend, pandemic and 9/11 are the three biggest things that have happened in that realm. And we keep living through these historical events. And like I always say on the channel, it sucks to live through historical events. It's not fun. When we release the WCBS Book of History, people are going to be like, oh man, gas was this price when this happened. Wow, why weren't you guys nostalgic for this? Because it all sucked. So, folks, we know
your book's going to be the never-ending story, bro. You're immortal. Remember, the book is never going to end. You're never going to be finished writing this book.
I'm going to rename myself to Trey. I'm a Treyu Hicks now from now on.
A Treyu Hicks. You just need that giant flying rug Falcor. That's all you need.
Did you ever see what happened to the real one that they used for the movie?
No, what happened to it?
It just like disintegrated. And there's pictures of it. It's like eye popped out and shit. You're like, wow, that's the baddest thing I've ever fucking seen.
Oh, God.
So good.
Damn.
Now, folks, let's give a shout out to everybody who's joining us and everybody who will be joining us in the future because we have a lot of fun stuff. We have Cosmic Vader. We have Digsby. Shout out to Dirty D Senpai, Clone Geek, Taylor Swift, greater than Disney, Star Wars, and MCU and Doctor Who, Jehu 2414, Kevin Flynn, Father O'Malley. We also have, G.M.P.C, that's our channel. We're not saying hi to ourselves. That's kind of lame. Hello to TLJ Screwjob. Hello to Aurora Uplinks, Robot Shlomo, and everyone else that's rolling in, including this channel right here, Wrestling with Horror. What up? So, folks, we're going to start tonight's show. No, not Xavier to God. This is not a 5-hour show. I have Good Morning Pop Culture in the morning, and I got to take my mom to the doctor. So it's like this. Normal show tonight, 1-hour show tomorrow. But Saturday, folks, we have the WCVS telethon. I'm doing it for WOKEBUSTERS. WOKEBUSTERS has been moving really fast as of late. I think people understand the severity of the situation. The countdown is on. The clock is ticking. And once it's gone, it's gone. And so that's why we jumped like $500 over the last day. And now it's starting to move again. So, folks, get yourselves a copy. I'm stalling for time for a second because we have a phone number now that you can call WOKEBUSTERS officially. I'm going to put that number on the screen right here. It's funny. I tweeted out all of this stuff, and nobody has. Wait, who we got calling yet? Oh, somebody called. People are calling. I'm not going to call this number back, but
yeah, don't dox anybody.
Why would I dox anybody? Let me just get our number pulled up real quick, and then I will share this with everybody. So, folks, the WOKEBUSTERS work out of Portland, and you can call us out of Portland. So, you know what? I'm just going to put the number on the screen. Let me type this shit in myself, because for some reason, it doesn't really want to let me see this. So, folks, like I always tell you, the story of WOKEBUSTERS is 4 men who started business to fight these outrage monsters. They are essentially, when people get offended or triggered on the internet and they re-out and they make all this cringy shit, well, in this story, they become real monsters, manifestations of that. And so in the story, if somebody in your family is silly, if there's somebody that gets easily offended, if there's somebody that, you know, needs to just have a little sense busted into them, you call WOKEBUSTERS. And how do you call WOKEBUSTERS? You dial 503-765-6558. Now, this is a Google number. You can call us and you can leave voicemails. Now, folks, if somebody leaves a voicemail tonight, we may or may not get to play it on the air, and we may or may not be testing out what it's like to have a call-in segment here on the show. So, folks, call us up. Let me type in the number into the chat right now, and we'll see.
Do I need would it make it easier if I show it on my screen?
You can if you want. I'll also just put this on as well.
Okay.
765-6558. There you go. Folks, you know how to dial a phone number. If you don't, I don't know what to tell you at this point in your life.
That's like the right Russo moment. I don't know what to tell you, bro.
I feel like this is going to be great or terrible, depending on how people... Here you go, folks. There's the number to call WOKEBUSTERS on the bottom of your screen.
Oh, my God. It really is a telethon now.
Somebody's calling right now.
That's funny.
You know what, friend? You're gonna have to listen to the voicemail, because there's some WOKEBUSTERS voicemails on there. It's just another way to celebrate WOKEBUSTERS, to advertise the greatest graphic novel of 2024. So nobody else is doing it my way. That's cool, because it's my way. So now, guys, let us read the word of the day from Shrebbles08. The word of the day is dyke. The acolyte. No honkers or dyke boo. What? Stop or my dyke will shoot. The Dyke Boys and Hot Dyke Time Machine. Butch edition.
So
well, I'm going to check your Hot Tub Dyke Machine, because that just sounds fun.
I mean, why are you talking about it? You know, like a dam. What the hell, man? That's weird.
I know.
That's just Scarface. Only in America you can put your finger in a dike, huh?
Oh man, but yeah, the number is on our Twitter as well. We tweeted out a little while ago, I want to say.
Yep. Clone Geek, that was you that called. Okay.
Yeah.
Now I can call you back if I wanted to. Clone
Geek,
hey man, it's WCVS. Welcome to the show.
Clone Geek, it's Jeff. I'm here to talk to you.
Oh, guys, what we should do? We should do a thing where we tell Dion to call a number, and it's like, "Hello, Dion, it's your old pal Buffalo Jeff."
That'd be funny. That'd be really funny.
We will. So let's come up with some dyke titles because Teenage Mutant Ninja Dykes. That's a great title.
I mean, that's very 2024.
It rolls off the tongue, clearly.
Well,
I bet.
the Sisterhood of the Traveling Dykes. I mean, that one just works.
Yeah.
Isn't that just like some of the chicks following Lilith Fair? I mean, let's be honest.
Probably.
I don't know.
Doc Martens and a lot of plaid flannel.
Should I change my shirt now? Like,
no,
thanks, dude.
No,
no.
You're not. No. You don't have the sleeves cut off, and no. You're good. You're good.
No country for old dykes. Dykes on a plane.
Dyke finger.
3 days of the dyke.
Ooh, that's a good one. Robert Dykeford's in that movie. He's my favorite.
Yeah. Goodwill diking.
Goodwill diking.
Goodwill diking.
That's a verb now.
Yeah, no.
To live in Dyke and Dixie.
Is that
there you
that's
go.
That's the 180 of bad faith diking. Goodwill diking.
Let's see. No, that doesn't work. That's not
from
gonna work.
Shlomo's just got me. 3 men in a little dyke.
There you go. Let's see. The dyke who fell to earth.
The dyke who loved me.
The dyke who loved me.
The towering dyke.
The towering dyke. Oh my God. Let's see.
How about the towering dykes, Burno? They're just burning now.
Let's see. One dyke over the cuckoo's nest.
Dyke Impact.
There you go. That's a good one.
Dyke again. I'm cheating now.
Austin Powers, the International Dyke of Mystery.
Yeah, there you go.
Dyke.
The good, the bad, and the dyke.
A fistful of dykes.
There you go.
Great minds, dude.
Tinker, Tailor, Soldier, Dyke. I'm gonna keep going until you guys stop me.
Willy Wonka and the Dyke Factory.
I think that's called Columbia University now. I could be wrong.
Imagine if somebody clicks onto this show for the first time and they
hears that joke immediately. I don't know.
Columbia.
Oh God. Let's see. Gone with the Dyke. Okay.
Dyke in 60 seconds.
Oh Jesus. It's one of those parties. Okay.
You should went to a fish market.
Back to Columbia.
Hello, ladies.
Woo.
Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Dyke.
I like that one. Let's see. We got Close Encounters of the Third Dyke. We have No Time to Dyke. Game of Dykes. Flaming Dyke. Dyke Busters. Alien versus Dyke. Folks, you really love the little dams, the walls that hold up the water.
Yeah, I know. It's wild that people
tonight's
really like this thing.
Is brought to you by Dutch Engineering. I think that is the thing of tonight's show.
That's kind of I had a party. It was themed The Great Dykesby.
Dykesby.
I would like to give a special shout out to Batman Wells' title, Cannibalistic Humanoid Underground Dykes, because you still
it fucking it
works. That's the thing.
God, now I need to make that movie.
I will help you make that movie. We need to get into making films that can be shown to families.
I know where we can buy. I know where we can buy a gently used prison that just closed down. I've been looking at it.
Gently used prison.
How gently used is that prison there, Pete? I need to know.
It was built in 2018, and it already shut down.
Okay.
Give me a number and we'll match it.
I tried to get the first thing I said to my wife was like movie studio, like film studio, right?
Well,
here.
I mean, if it's a prison, we can always bring back the women in prison films and make like 18 of those. So
I'm thinking new canon films, bro. Like,
oh yeah, of course, definitely, yeah. Why not? Yeah, just make a bunch of really ridiculous space movies and women in prison films. It's fine. Yep. It's okay.
Why don't we look into what Michigan tax breaks are for film? Because we could bring back schlocky films to Michigan.
Why not, man? Why not?
Yeah. I've driven by it like twice when I've been down in the Tri-Cities area, and I'm like, we need to stop and look at this. I want to shoot some pictures of this and send it to a few people because this has potential.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure our audience and our demographic would love us to make some like schlocky, like Canon-esque 1980s space movies with like, you know, like the cardboard cutout in the wall for like the buttons and shit. You know, I'm sure they'd love that.
Well,
Wait,
no,
the
what we'll
spaceship's
do-
taking off.
Yeah.
Look, with modern technology, we'd be able to actually match the real deal shit with just green screening everything.
Oh
you know?
yeah. No,
It's
definitely.
Like, it's a jail, but it's just green screen cells, except the one that we keep dirty. That's where we film the Lady and Folk movies.
I don't think that'll be a problem.
No.
Yeah,
Folks,
and I mean, I
prison. Let us know in the chat.
And I think I'm friends with a few strippers down here that, you know, would like to get paid a little bit more and would probably be in a women in prisons movie. So, you know,
I can.
It's not difficult. It's not difficult.
I can sweeten the pot. There's a university there's more than one college within an hour of it. One within probably 20 minutes, and there's a gentleman's club within about 30 minutes north and south, both ways. They're both larger gentlemen's clubs. Finding talent in this area shan't be a problem.
Oh my God, that's funny.
Okay, I guess we're gonna have to do this. We're just gonna have to become our own underground, gritty grindhouse studio. Here's the thing: we'll end up getting picked up because we're like, oh yeah, we're the guys that make all those movies in an abandoned prison we bought. Like, wait, what? Yeah.
Oh,
we got a small loan of $1 million from the local Michigan government. Yeah, and then we bought.
Yeah, we can call it Jailbird Joey Productions.
Yeah, he didn't make parole, kids. Dude, the fucking production logo. You know how there's that like Robert.
It's just the cake. It's just the cake design. It's just the cake design. That's all it is.
Nah, dude, it's like a table, and then it comes into frame and.
Yeah, that's all it is.
Joy Productions.
That's all it is. It's real simple. Real simple.
Yeah, sign me up for that shit.
Oh yeah.
Now, folks, let's have some fun tonight, shall we? Now, seriously, call us and leave us voicemails. We will read those or listen to this at the end of the night. We'll have some fun as well as our mail-in section. But our friend, I believe it was Clone Geek in the chat right here. Shout out to Clone Geek. We want to give credit where credit is due. Nick, I didn't see this news until right this second. Halo has been canceled after 2 seasons at Paramount Plus. Let me tell you the story. The live-action Halo series is no more. The big-budget series based on the popular Xbox video game franchise aired 2 seasons at the streaming service. The show originally debuted in 2022, while the second season debuted between February and March of this year. Paramount Plus can confirm that Halo will not move forward with a 3rd season on the service, the streamer said in a statement. We are extremely proud of this ambitious series and would like to thank our partners at Xbox, 343 Industries, and Amblin Television, along with showrunner and executive producer David Weiner. I'm a child. His fellow executive producers, the entire cast, and Pablo Schreiber. So, Nick, you and I are diehard Halo fans. And I don't mean just like, yeah, we play a little bit. You and I are good at Halo, and we followed the game since they came out.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
A single episode of this show. Did you?
I watched the first one, and like the first half of it was good because it's just basically like a higher 4K version with all the sounds and stuff of the game for like, I want to say the first 30 minutes or 45 minutes or the first 30 minutes or 20 minutes or whatever. It was good for that. But then like he got on the ship and took his fucking helmet off immediately. And I was like, go fuck yourself. Like Paramount, like you had it, and then you lost it.
That's why I didn't watch it, because I was a day late to watch the show, and then I heard, oh, Master Chief takes off his helmet, and then I started seeing the actors say kind of douchey things, and I thought, this show's not for me. But this video is definitely for me, because it goes to show you big budget stuff that isn't faithful enough to get your diehard people to watch it will not work. Brand names aren't enough. You need to have it be consistent with what people expect. And I expect my Halo show to never feature Master Chief's face, and I don't care about the side characters and all the other crap they put in this show. It's really, I don't think Halo was always the best choice for a show. It would work better as a movie, in my opinion. But if you're gonna do Halo, man, or if you're gonna do a game show, you should have done like Gears of War. That way you can stretch that shit out.
Yeah, well, and I mean, it's one of those things where it's like Master Chief is faceless. Essentially, he's faceless. So it's hard to keep that going and keep that. I mean, hell, even in the Mandalorian, they had to show Pedro Pascal's face. So like, you couldn't do that for that long and keep him faceless. It just didn't work, I guess. But yeah, I agree with you. Gears of War would make a better show because you have this ongoing story. You have a group of guys, this alien threat, and like their ridiculous armor and their fucking guns and their saws and everything like that. It would be a great show. But yeah, I'm with you. They should have had the guy who did District 9 make the Halo movie. He would have done fucking phenomenal with it.
Yeah, Neil Blomkamp.
Yeah, because I know he had a chance to try to do Alien and they fucking passed him over, but I would have given him the money and the fucking rights to do the Halo movie. He would have done great. But Paramount's like, oh, we can do better, and you fucked up. Like, it's a terrible show. I mean, you even have like the main Master Chief character like talking shit to Cortana. It's like that never happened in the game or the stories. Never. There was always this weird relationship with him and Cortana that happened. Like, they were like, he needed her, she needed him. Like that's how it worked out. And it's I don't know. It was just weird. Some of the cutscenes I saw, some of the things I would see online, and I was like, this doesn't make sense. I don't know. Even I would say I think the Forward Into Dawn movie they made that was like by IGN or something was way better than this show.
Yeah, I saw that, and I also saw IGN's little Zelda trailer that fooled a lot of people years ago on April Fools as well. Yeah, I think it was James in the chat's like, I need to know why it got canceled. My guess is expense. This was not a cheap show to make, was it?
Yeah. No. I assume it wasn't. But also, like, this is usually what happens with shows. They get 2 seasons. Like, we've seen it happen with Velma and a bunch of other things as well. It'll get 2 seasons and then it'll get canceled because that's how much money they have to do it, and they want to really saturate it and get people to watch it. But if it doesn't move past 2 seasons, then that, like, it's done. It's over with. It's not going to happen again, which makes me happy. It's fine. I think Halo, especially after the last few games, like, they need to, fucking dial it back a little bit.
Dude, I just still play Halo 3. That is
same here.
The best Halo game ever made. It's still perfect.
Yeah, no, I got the Master Chief Collection. I still have the old physical copies from the original Xbox and 360 at home. I still have the controllers and stuff. I think my brother still has all the Halo. He collected all the Halo Xboxes, so they're sitting there somewhere.
Oh shit! You guys really went hard in it. I just standard Xbox.
No, it was funny because for his birthday one year, I got him the Cortana figure from like the GameStop in Tennessee when I was living there, and it was like $20. And apparently, like he looked it up later on, it was worth like $200 or $300 because it was super rare. But they didn't know what they had, and I didn't know what I had. So
there you go.
He has like the very ultra rare, hard to find like Cortana from like Halo 1. I think Halo 1, Halo 2. So it's in his collection. It's somewhere in a fucking box somewhere. But yeah, no, it's there. Like once again, I didn't know. I'm glad he got it. We don't fight over it because he's my brother. I could give a shit. I'm like, at least you have it and you enjoy it. That's fine. If you want to sell it, cool. If not, whatever. You put it up on a wall. It's fine.
By the way, I was reading about the cast in this list, and it says people like Olive Gray, don't know her, Urian Hobb, Bentley Clow, and Charlie Murphy. And I went, wait a second, Charlie Murphy is in Halo, and then it's just an Irish lady named Charlie Murphy. So
that's funny.
Charlie Murphy was funny.
Did they? Yeah, Charlie Murphy's in the show. Yeah, we Tupac'd him in. We Tupac'd him in there. It's a hologram.
As you should. Charlie Murphy makes everything better.
Right? Like,
can you imagine Charlie Murphy's true Halo stories? I was hanging with this motherfucker Master Chief, and then all of a sudden, I need Dion here for this.
I know. Oh god, but no, I mean, yeah, I kind of saw that coming. Like once the 2 seasons were over with, nobody, and like the viewership was down, nobody cared for it. Especially after the first few episodes, like I knew it was DOA, man. It was just dead after the second season because they weren't going to put any more money into it. It's not bring them in any more money. Nobody's subscribing to Paramount Plus because of it, so no, it's not worth it.
Yeah, I'm going to cancel my Paramount subscription because I don't really watch anything on it. It just, I think I canceled it, and then they were like, "Oh, don't cancel it. We'll give you like 3 months for 50% off." And I was like, "Yeah, I'll keep it. It's fine." So when that runs out, then I'll fucking cancel it. I let my mom use all my streaming services, so I'm just
say,
like, hey,
dude,
sorry,
same.
Mom, you can't watch Cold Case with Nancy Grace anymore. I'm getting rid of that channel.
No, it's become like I know my mom has a couple of mine still, but like because I just like I will flat out protest like Netflix and Paramount Plus, the other ones. I'm just like, I cannot get these. She's like, well, I want to watch this. I'm like, well, here, I'll help you set up your account on this thing, and it's yours now. And some of them are geo-locked, because it's it's the way things are now. So only she can use it where she is. I can't use it where I am. So it sucks.
I like your answer there, Pete. There's blueberry pancakes, game blouses. Could you imagine if you had the fucking Halo announcer do the basketball scoring? Computer blue, Scarlet Pinky.
That'd be great.
Blouses. I want that now. I fucking want to hear that now. Guys, I know I pitched Gears of War, but is there any kind of game off the top of your head that you'd like to see adapted? I know it's like, why don't you just play the game? I agree for the most part, but Gears is about it for me.
I don't know.
I don't really have one because it's like, do I trust any studios to adapt it? I mean, there's been some good ones. Yeah, we got lucky, like Super Mario Brothers and such. That was done well, but initially they had to go back and didn't they have to take some stuff out because they went a little bit wild with Peach, and they're like, no, this thing. And Nintendo turned into Hogan, was like, that ain't gonna work for me, brother, and made him dial it back. But no, I don't know that there's any games that I would want to really see adapted right now. I don't have any off the top of my head. I mean, I could say Grand Theft Auto, but I could just watch the news for that.
Or Carlito's Way.
Yeah, or Carlito's Way. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, like maybe you could make a movie off of Part 5. That would be interesting. GTA 5.
Yeah,
probably do a movie off of that. That would work. But it would just be the guys in real life doing the real life shit. Like that's all it would be. That's all that would happen. And apparently, what is it? The one guy, Trevor, I think hates his fucking character and hates that whole thing. Like he just despises it entirely.
The dude from The Walking Dead that played
Steven something, right?
Yep. Stephen Ogg. Is it Stephen Ogg?
Yep.
Stephen Ogg. Yep. Yeah, he was Simon he was Negan's, one of Negan's lieutenants or captains in the Walking Dead. Yeah, he played a badass character. Like that's like, I know The Walking Dead it jumped the shark. It really did. And just went completely off the rails. But his character, like his acting in that, like I never played GTA 5. I've told you guys I never played that. But like I've watched like shit on YouTube just with his character, the cutscenes and such. And man, his voice acting is just as good as his actual acting. Like, because I thought he was fantastic in The Walking Dead. He was so this violent and like unpredictable, like that loose cannon type character. I just like, I dug that, and that was kind of like the vibe I got from like him and GTA. He was just like he was like a nutcase kind of.
Oh yeah, because apparently when anybody asks about GTA, he kind of goes crazy. He's like, no, I don't want to fucking talk about it. I'm just like, I mean, it's part of who you are, man. I don't know what to tell you.
Right.
It's your most famous thing.
Yeah.
Tommy was getting mad about the room. Shit.
Yeah.
That'd be like me bitching about stealing Solo. Oh, no, come on now. You just got to be happy that people know you. Maybe they know us as a group of guys that kidnapped Harrison Ford. Maybe they know us as a group of guys who save society from themselves. But at least we're known. That's the important part, Stephen Ogg.
That's very true. I know a lot of the horror games are getting movies, which makes me happy.
Dude, horror is the best genre because it's cheap to make. They'll take risks because it's cheap to make, and everybody likes to be scared.
Yeah, and I mean, even now, we're getting in the last few years after COVID, we've gotten a lot of cheap horror that's been coming out, and it's making Hollywood money, and they're recouping it very quickly. I mean, Longlegs and Maxine both made epic weekends for when they were out, and they've been doing pretty good. Longlegs I really enjoyed, Maxine I really enjoyed, and they're doing very good. They're still staying the course, still making money weekend over weekend, so it's good, But I don't know. I'm with you, Jeff. Horror is always that thing that like people always want to be scared, but you're right. It's cheap to make. People love it, and they will go out and watch it, or they will watch the really crappy Tubi movie, that they see on there, because it's, It's not a big deal. The barrier for entry is low.
Yep. I mean, every once in a while you got a Halloween and a Friday the 13th out of those, but every other movie is usually crap. So
it's
true.
In a Violent Nature tried so hard to be Friday the 13th from Jason. Oh my God. And you guys know I'm a little bit of a Friday the 13th fan, but it's like this. I'm like, what? I'm like, is he trying to be Jason? Because he's trying to look like Jason from Part 7 is what I'm getting off this. And a lot of this shit, I'm just like, yeah, it was all right. I don't want to spoil it. I'm sorry.
But wait, no. But real quick, like it didn't feel like a very artsy version of Friday the 13th.
Yeah, I'm like, why are they trying to make this? There was like a feminist girl in it, like a man hater. There was like lesbian.
Does she die?
Out of nowhere.
Okay, then maybe I can give it a shot.
And I'm gonna say
send me the scene where she dies.
I'm gonna say one thing. I will say one thing. I'm not gonna describe it, but that death is the most
satisfying death.
Satisfying in the entire movie.
Yeah, it is.
It was. Yeah,
it's like
best part of that.
It's
movie.
It's like watching House of Wax and then
House of Wax.
Paris Hilton. You're waiting for Paris Hilton to die, and the crowd goes wild, and she actually gets impaled in the fucking head. Yeah, it's like that.
I once had an idea for a series of films that it would just be cathartic to watch your most hated celebrities die every year. Like, it's like, man, if this movie would have came out in 2010, it would have been Kim Kardashian, Justin Bieber, and Lindsay Lohan. And the next year's one, it would have been X, Y, and Z. And the running joke is every year Kim Kardashian gets killed because she's annoying. But it'd be cathartic. It's like how South Park comes out with their specials where they dunk on people. It's like, yeah, we come out with the low-budget horror movies where we cut off oh God, who's it?
Pat Oswalt. Pat
Oswalt gets blown up by an RPG, or a saw blade gets thrown at Kumail Nanjiani or somebody.
Next.
Well, Stephen Colbert doesn't have a sense of humor. He can make fun of other people, but he can't take a joke himself.
Oh, not at all. That's what did I just? He did a voice in Despicable Me 4, I think it was the one just because I went to see it with my kid. And he played the character he played in that. He's like the pretentious, rich, like snobby neighbor. I'm like, oh, he doesn't even have to act for this. Like this is just Stephen Colbert. Like literally, the part is Stephen Colbert being Stephen Colbert. But
he doesn't have to act that way.
No, but yeah, that would bring, like, think about like how gratifying that would be to see, like celebrities it'd be like you can listen to like Pachelbel's cannons, like and then just like, yeah, you could like pick groups of them, like a band you didn't like, or like a troupe of actors like that usually acts together, like Seth Rogen and all that.
You should put Creed in the movie, or get Nickelback to play a song on.
Yes!
No, you do a remake of Ghost Ship, and you have Nickelback as the band on stage. And when the wire cuts, Chad Kroeger is like, and you just like watch him fall in half. People are just clapping cheer.
Oh my God!
I was thinking, like you said, Creed at first. I'm thinking Scott Stapp. Can you take me half?
They still look at the guitar lick right in there.
Oh my God! We need what we need to bring back. We need Celebrity Deathmatch to come back. That's what we need.
For real this time.
Well, I mean, you can make it to where like, hey, this television show will give X amount to your fucking charity or whatever, and then that's it. So
2 enter, 1 leave. Celebrity Deathmatch 2024.
This time it's personal.
Dun, dun, dun.
Judge Mills Lane comes back from the No, we Tupac in Judge Mills Lane.
Oh, yes. I love that. That's a thing now. What are we gonna do? We're gonna Tupac him in there. What do you mean Tupac him in? We're gonna do the gimmick. We're gonna Tupac 6
times. Now it means we're gonna use holograms.
Oh my God.
We really are a softer society than we used to be. A lot kinder and gentler.
Yeah, you say Tupac somebody in there, like, you're like, no, we're just gonna like beam you. We're gonna hologram you over there.
You're gonna hologram you in.
Oh, okay.
That doesn't hurt, does it? Nah, man.
No,
it's good.
Why didn't anybody tell me my ass was so big?
Oh, jeez.
Let's check with the audience real quick before we start talking about some more topics. Folks, I was trying to stall for time. I can't find my deck of cards with my question of the week, so I guess I'll come up with one off the top of my head. If you were stuck on an island with 3 movies, what would they be? You can send that email to info@worldclassbullshitters.com, or you can call the number at the bottom of the screen, and you'll get a real voice number or a real phone number with a real voicemail that we will answer at the end of the show. So, only Clone Geek has called in. I don't know why people are afraid. We have like 200 people watching, but only most of the people are on X. Fuck YouTube. Anyway, Aurora Uplinks. This has got to be the month. All my pitches, all my ideas, all my scripts, my suggestions. I am hoping this is the month. It pays off. I get a job and paid. Stay strong, man. You're gonna get it. This is your month. This is the time. You're gonna make it happen. And here you go. Then you're gonna be looking back and going, oh wait, things were weird. Nah, I don't even remember what it was like to be like that. So congratulations, Aurora Uplinks. You got this, dude. Our friend Adam Wofford also says, so Disney was hacked by a group of furries and got 1 terabyte of data. I'm not sure what kind of information some ordinary gamer reported, so maybe another Sony hack? I did make a video about this already.
No. So he did. And I think recently there's been more information. Apparently it was just like their Slack server that had gotten hacked, and it was a terabyte of that information. People were hoping, like, and then when I first heard about it, people were hoping for it to be like trailers and screenshots and full movies coming out, and like, oh, no, it was just like their Slack server with all the shit they were talking. And apparently, I think the hackers put it up on some torrent site that you could like download and like sift through. So I don't know if that's true, and I wouldn't download it from some hackers. It may be a problem.
Yeah.
But
I like to make fun of Disney, folks, but I'm not going to go commit digital crimes to make a YouTube video. Let me mute this. Yeah. Somebody is currently calling WOKEBUSTERS right now. You will be. God, it won't stop ringing.
I love that. I love it.
Oh, I just had another tab open. There we go. Let's close this tab.
Okay.
There you go. Folks, keep calling. Leave the voicemail throughout the show. We'll play it at the end of the show. I'll have to screen it, of course, but
yeah, you're gonna have to make
Here's the thing, folks. If you're cool about it and we can make it go quicker that way, then I won't have to screen everything. But we're on an honor system tonight.
We need the producers to screen these calls before they're coming in.
I need a producer for this show. It's just me. I need help. We can make the show be more efficient that way. Adam Wofford, like I said, I made a video about that. I just wanted to see like a list of movies that were going to come out, but I guess that's not the case. But how many messages are in a terabyte of data? That's a shitload of messages, because a TXT file is nothing.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's I once again, I haven't used Slack, so I have no idea how like that would work or what happened. But it sounds like somebody, I think the thing they got through like some easy login password bullshit, or they may have sent out, oh god, they may have sent out some malware that somebody clicked on and thought it was some file they needed, and then like it just really fucked up their system and got their password afterwards. I don't know. I think they used something for sure.
Sorry, I was just trying to return skin color to my body because I looked like a vampire the whole time, and now I'm like a weird shade of green.
To just the color settings in your camera.
Oh, this camera doesn't have color settings, Nick.
Oh, mine. Oh, okay. Well,
the software. There we go. Am I normal now?
Yeah, you're darker. Don't. Yeah. Maybe change the light temperature. Maybe change the light temperature on the light that's on your face to like yellow or orange or something.
Oh, that's what it was on, Nick.
Change it to red
right here. This right here is the light one. I look blue. I'm a Smurf. There we go.
There you go. Right,
yeah. Folks, hang out with me in Good Morning Pop Culture, where we talk about the toys and everything in the collection, including this Harrison Ford. I got another.
Ooh, nice.
Nice. Salvador sent me that years ago. I keep everything everybody sends us. And yes, I'll get a new P.O. box. I'm just gonna wait till the end of the summer. Things are really slow right now. So let's just work on some future plans like stealing Solo 2. Adam Wofford, thank you very much. I don't think it would be right, but Soul Reaver. I have not played Soul Reaver. I did see somebody say Metal Gear Solid a minute ago, Adam, and I was like, ooh, I'd watch that show in a heartbeat. Give me Metal Gear Solid.
Yep.
The Lale-Luli-Lo.
Yeah, I know from Dark Pictures, Until Dawn is getting made into a movie.
Oh, that is happening?
Yeah, that's happening. Yeah, no, that's definitely happening. And then Dead by Daylight, we're getting into a movie as well. So we're getting a lot of horror games that are turning into stuff, which makes me happy. So I can't wait for what is it? Clown in the Cornfield for that movie to come out. So that makes me real happy. I talked to the writer of that book when I was at the Chattanooga Film Festival. Super nice guy. He saw the kills and he's really happy about it because he's a big slasher fan. And I think he said the director of Tucker and Dale was doing that movie. So I'm excited about that. I'm very excited about that.
Oh, well, that movie's wonderful.
Yeah, so hopefully with that director on board and the way the movie is, I just hope it's good. That's really what I hope for.
Here's a quick question before we jump into Xavier DeGod wants to know if you guys could play a horror icon, who would it be?
Jason Voorhees. That's easy. I don't even have to think about that shit. I absolutely hands down. I like I said, professional wrestling experience. I'm basically an unpaid or underpaid stuntman already. So yeah, I could do that shit. Absolutely. I would love, it wouldn't even necessarily have to be him. If I could play like in an indie film, like a slasher type, and I'm 6'3", 225 right now. So like I am like over Michael Myers size. If you're going by the original Michael Myers, which I did him. I was that for Halloween because the original Michael Myers is like 6'1", 205. So he's not a very imposing figure. I like Jason. And I got to stand next to Kane Hodder. I'm actually taller than him, which really kind of felt weird. Like, well, yeah, that's it. I was shocked though because I thought he was like my height. I'm 6'3" in shoes, 6'2" flat foot. But I thought, and I posted the picture. It was like, you're taller than Kane Hodder. I'm like, it was kind of crazy.
Well, and if you look at his shoes, he's wearing like lifts or like they're really thick, like Doc Martens. I'm just like, all right, buddy.
I met him and I was like, oh man, you're tiny. Yeah. Everybody eyeing me. I'm just like, oh man, I want to meet somebody larger than life and be wowed. I'm like, hey, it's this guy. And they're like, oh, really? That's it? Oh, everybody's super small to me. I'm just always disappointed.
I don't know. You probably need to run into Tyler Maine or something.
I would have to just slightly move my eyes up and go, hey, what's up, man? All right, cool. Now I know what it's like when people talk to me.
there you go.
I'd rather talk to Tyler Labine. He's a much better actor than Tyler Maine.
Oh, God, dude.
I mean,
that guy. No, I've met him twice. Been amazing. I would have met him a third time, but I couldn't go see him that weekend. But yeah, super cool guy.
You make it sound so personal. I couldn't see him that weekend.
I know. I didn't mean to make it sound like that.
Our people didn't coordinate properly.
You sound more like a jilted lover to me.
No. God, dude.
I didn't see him.
I didn't mean to make it sound like that, but it's just like the guy very rarely does conventions. Very rarely.
The thing is, he's a bigger actor than Tucker and Dale. It's just he was in a horror movie once, and he's cool about it, so he shows up. But in reality, he has had his own TV show. He's been in so many different movies, horror and non-horror, and now he's aged up into playing like dads and grandpas and shit. So now he's getting those roles. He was on that show. Not Wicked. What was the one he was on in the early 2000s where he talked to the dead guys? Kevin Smith produced it. It was one word.
Oh, Deadbeat.
Is that it? Okay.
Yeah, because like Cal Penn was in the last season. Yeah. Well, I mean, Cal Penn's fine. Cal Penn's fine.
He quit acting to go work for Obama. So he's not
then he came back to acting, but no, he's okay. He's fine.
Did he ever really leave? Never mind.
Was he ever really acting, or was he just really high?
He's probably really high.
Can I make a suggestion for a horror-esque, thriller type role that I think Nick would be good in?
Oh God.
I want to see a reboot of this is like a world-class bullshitters production, I think. A remake. Now I know what you're thinking, remake, but you're controlling this. Nick as Robert De Niro's character in the new Cape Fear. I just want to see the scene where Nick takes out like 3 dudes in the alley and he's just sitting there going, "Counselor, come out, wherever you are."
Oh God, I'd have to watch. I'd have to watch like American Psycho and then probably Taxi Driver to really get like that whole motivation of those characters down, and then I could probably do it.
I just think it would be fantastic, Nick. I'm putting faith in your acting chops.
I have none. I have none. The thing that really sucks is that like God, what is it? Richard, my producer / director / writer / I don't know. We have all kinds of jobs. He just sent me the script for a movie I'm working on and I'm directing, and I have to. And he wrote me into it. I was just like, dude, I do have to be in it. I was like, yeah. And he's like, yeah, it makes sense. He gave me the whole. We had a whole 30-minute conversation about like why we have to be in the movie. I'm like, okay, fine, I'll do it. It's just not going to be pretty. It's like he was like, I'm not an actor either. I'm like, yeah, buddy, we're both not actors, so we'll have to just kind of like shuffle our way through this. It's going to be bad.
You know, you might not be an actor, Nick, but the audience has faith that you'd be a world-class fluffer. That's what Zombie Box is.
Oh, God.
He didn't say no, Zombie Box. He didn't say no.
Hey, it all depends on the paycheck. If there's enough zeros at the end of it, okay. I'm just saying.
The fluffing of UTAM 1, 2, 3. I would watch that movie in a heartbeat.
Oh, God. Oh, man, but it's got to be the 70s one, not that new shit, not that new shit.
Yeah. Wait, wasn't John Travolta in the new one?
Yeah, Denzel.
He was. Denzel, yeah.
You want Walter
Matthau. Tell me more. Am I stealing a train? No.
Does he look like a bitch? I guess to answer the question for me, bad timing. Potty Snatcher. We're going to be talking about The Boys and how they put out a disclaimer about how they don't condone political violence in an episode about an assassination attempt that came out this week. And I'm just like, this is the king of bad timing. How could you foresee it? But like, you just like, oh shit, what are we going to do now? Because you just got to take it. You went so hard in the paint about your message over the last season. Well, it's always been political, but it's like, It used to be like, 50-50.
Yeah.
A political message and a good story. And now it's like 70-30 politics story. Like they open each week with like some very on the nose shit. And I just roll my eyes. I'm like, I get what you're making fun of. I've spent time on the internet, but like I watch your production to get away from that because you have hundreds of millions of dollars to make a show. This is what people on the internet have to make with no budget. So you're going to make your big budget show a big budget version of a zero budget property. I think it was kind of like, I was interested in parts of it, but I was overall just kind of like, come on, stop fucking talking down to me. Like, just give me a show. Don't give me your messaging. I don't care. Oh, Eric Kripke's this kind of guy. I don't give a shit. I don't care, man. I watch your show because I like superheroes and tits and blood and violence and comedy. Also, too, it's gotten a little too weird this season. Like the pegging and the S&M shit. It's like, I'm really relaxed about all kinds of stuff in your life, but I don't want to watch a superhero show about like pegging. Like I don't.
Well, I mean, here's. Well, I mean,
throw my eyes at it.
Well, and also like, well, here to kind of like bump up against you a little bit. In the last season, we had the whole sex party.
Oh yeah, with the exploding penis, that was too much.
Yeah, well, yeah, that was the exploding penis was in the beginning of that last season. So like I don't know, are they ramping it up past that point? Because I mean, those 2 points I remember very distinctly from last season. Like they were out there. They were fucking out there.
There's a guy called Web Weaver who like
Jesus
shoots webs out of his butt, but he's a drug addict and like he'll do all kinds of weird sex stuff for heroin. It wasn't even that funny. It just was like every time he got nervous, he would like fart out webs and he'd freak out. I'm so sorry, sir. Please don't kill me. And then Homelander rips him in fucking half, and you're just like, what's the point of this scene? To relay shit? That's it.
Yeah, and I also heard that what was it? In this season we had like the character, like the black woman, be like the smartest woman and smartest person in the world.
Oh, Sister Sage, yeah.
But yet they didn't write anything for her smart to say, and they just kept saying it over and over again to like reiterate it to you. So
she was not really a problem this season. It's like the show is really late to the party. It's like society is over here. It's like, yeah, there's the cringy shit, but we're all kind of over it and we're not really paying attention to it. And here comes Amazon with The Boys. Hey guys, we're going to skate in and remind you how shitty stuff used to be and just kind of keep going on about it. And it had a couple of emotional moments this season. Huey's dad was a good part. His reconciling with his mom. There were some interesting things. And then today there was some really awesome shit. I don't want to spoil it for anybody who hasn't seen this final episode, but like a character that I was ready to see die from her first appearance fucking bit the bullet. I was like, yes! I like actually cheered. I was like, okay, that was fucking cool. Somebody got ripped in half and it showed it. They got opened like a fucking was it Chinese finger trap? So and then a fucking heart and liver just flopping around on the ground. But I think I might be desensitized to extreme gore and violence, but I don't find it funny anymore. Like when they just do it for like the sake of doing it, I'm kind of bored.
Yeah. Because it's just like, all right, we get it. Like, you know, butts and assholes, it's fine. But like, can you give us like something with substance and story and just like sprinkle the stuff in it? Because like I mentioned that in, you know, about talking about that in the previous season. But the previous season, like I can remember once again 2 of those things that happened where it was like the penis thing in the beginning and the sex party towards the end. There may have been some other stuff as well too that happened, but like it was always sprinkled in. It was never like from what I've heard.
How funny it used to be with like the exploding whale? Like that was hilarious.
Yeah,
that was the best part of The Boys when they're like, oh no, and they kill the whale. And I'm like, what?
Yeah, because I mean the violence. Well, even the way they got the invisible guy, like, you know, they're like, oh, I mean, my skin's hard as diamonds, you can't get inside, and they put the fucking bomb up his ass. And and he calls his bluff. He's like, you're not gonna do it. You're not gonna do it. I'm gonna walk out of here. And like, well, you didn't make it outside.
Nope, he's not gonna make it.
I quit watching it. I quit watching it in season 2. I was just like, I got to where I think it was like season 2 episode, like maybe 5 or 6. It's been over a year. I was done. I'm like, I don't. It was okay, you know. I mean, it had some moments and some cool sequences and shit like that, but overall, I just wasn't into it. I don't know. You know, I'm not like being like that. I tried, you know, and that's kind of why I quit watching it. It didn't interest me. It's like, I see what you're doing. I know who the creators are. You know what I mean? Like with the show as I'm watching it, like, yeah, like this is like, I'm not stupid. I see exactly the allegory that you're trying to make here and everything. And yeah, cool. I get it. Like, can we just have a fucking show? Like, can we just do that? And I know a lot of like you know, it's like oh, well, you don't want politics, don't buy my book or whatever. And it's like, yeah, I understand that things like this, they always have there's underlying political tones and things, but it's all in the translation and the way that they handle it with the source material. And this is just like, now, like I'm reading about it now and just seeing headlines and shit, and everything is so on the nose. It's like with this, the show, the gimmick, and I will preface this, I'm speaking about the events in the show, the assassination. Now they have to put the trigger warning or whatever, the apology up there. We didn't know. And bad timing couldn't be, if it was in the dictionary, if there's a textbook definition, this is exactly it. And this happened before, back in 2016 with American Horror Story, the cult season. That's when I was still watching it regularly. Does anybody remember that? They cut out a scene where there was a shooting in a crowd at a political rally. And there was a shooting that happened. I can't remember which one. This is bad, but in 2016, and there was like a mass shooting kind of deal, like in the and they had to take it out of the show. They edited the episode down.
Oh wow!
Because of that, yeah. And it's like, so yeah, this shit, it happens, and it's like, wow, it's been 8 years since that happened, and it's like, here it is again, you know.
Yeah, sorry to have derailed this. I turned around because everybody in the chat says Hulk Hogan is on TV at the RNC. We're not going politics, but I literally turned it on just to see Hulk Hogan go, "What you gonna do, brother?" And I went, "Really? Hulk Hogan is cutting a promo?" Now, hold on. I know everyone's going to freak out about this. The Rock did this 24 years ago.
Yep.
The WWF, remember when they did SmackDown Your Vote? They went to DNC and RNC, and The Rock did promos at both of them to not show partisanship. And I was like, okay, The Rock's on TV. I'm too young to vote. I don't care, but I want to watch The Rock. but it's just really bizarre to me that Hulk Hogan is cutting wrestling promo. We live in a fucking weird world, man.
So we do live in idiocracy.
Brother.
We do live in idiocracy. Oh God. Oh man.
Look, this past week has been nutso. Okay, it's been crazy, and that's why G.M.P.C is around to help people have a place to relax and get away from all this stuff. But Hulk Hogan, what are we talking about, man? Mr. Real American himself is out there cutting promos for a president.
It reminds me of Terry Crews and Idiocracy. What it reminds me of. It really does.
Was it Camacho, Dwayne, Hector, Elizondo, Camacho, Mountain Dew, something?
Yeah. Because apparently he's got his own like American beer that's at Walmart right now as well, and I'm just like, oh, buddy, come on.
I saw him cut a promo of that.
Yeah, I was like, oh, come on, man.
So I give Hulk Hogan the benefit of the doubt because I had a lot of fun as a kid watching Hulk Hogan with my uncle. So I'm like, oh man, a new Hogan figure, I'll get it. A new Hogan beer, I'm a little pickier on beers, man. Like, I'll buy your toy any day of the week, but I ain't buying your fucking beer. Sorry, brother. But Stone Cold's beer, I will buy. It's all about branding, Pete. Like, what is Stone Cold known for? Drinking beer and whooping Vince McMahon's ass. Hulk Hogan, you dropped the leg. You are Mr. Goody Two-Shoes. You didn't even drink beer in the NWO. You were just too sweet for that shit.
Well, now something else is going to happen to Vince's ass when he, goes to jail.
He's not going to jail. He is just going to be paying out the nose. That's it.
Absolutely. He'll never see the inside of his cell. He might get slapped with like house arrest or something.
Yeah, probably.
It's a civil suit.
Yeah. Is that weren't they still pursuing the RICO charges though? For the
I have to follow up myself.
I heard something the other day that they reinstated the federal investigation, which is where the RICO case was coming from. And I don't want to say that, I don't know, because I don't want to, the HT, as it were, the crossing state lines thing.
Yeah.
So which is where the RICO comes in due to the nature of the charges. So like I said, I don't know for sure, but I want to say I read it's weird. I think we talked about it Monday night on the show because then Vinny brought it up about the federal investigation moving forward again because it was paused for a period, but Vince has sold off everything now for as far as his stock in what is it, Endeavor or whatever, that owns the new
TKO.
group that owns TKO. He sold all his stock and everything, so he's basically, I guess, liquidated, as it were. So he the thing was with now nothing ever came of it with Shane in AEW. Remember a couple weeks ago, that was the hot, in the dirt sheets, everything. It's like Shane's gonna go in and Vince is gonna buy it from behind the scenes. I'm like, this ain't a work, bro. Like, it's not a work. Like, this. If Shane comes in, trust me, it will be completely independent because like him and Vince don't get along. I don't think at all, which is why he distanced himself. Well, he had heat backstage anyway because of it was WrestleMania. He got heat because of some shit he did or said.
Was it that match he was in?
I think so. But no, not the one where he blew his quads out. I think it was the year before. It was the year before that. Yeah, not when Snoop Dogg saved WrestleMania.
You really did.
He did. It's Shizzle Dizzle, baby. Here I go. I'm gonna drop the clothesline on the Miz. He did, man. Snoop saved it. He saved it.
Oh man.
But no, I don't see Vince buying anything. Vince, but he'll never see prison. Like you said, even if it goes, I don't think they'll get him. But they've been trying to take him down for how many years now? 30 some years they've been trying to take him down. I mean, if you look, I don't know, you can look at it, and I don't condone if he did anything. I don't condone any of it because what I heard was gross, but it just, I don't mean to derail the show on the Vince thing, but I want to see, I want to see actual evidence because I have a lot of thoughts and opinions on this, but now's not the time. Sorry.
No, you're good. I was doing that because of the Shane McMahon thing. I was like, oh, we were wrong. It's the Royal Rumble. Yeah.
Yeah, the
Now I
Rumble.
remember
The
it.
Rumble. Thank you. I couldn't remember which pay-per-view it was because I just started watching consistently like about a year ago again because like I gave AEW a shot and it was like, oh God, I had to quit.
They
And
shit the
now
bed.
I watched Dynamite. Like I said, I watch Dynamite. Just I do it for the content. I watch Dynamite and then I watch Raw and SmackDown on replay, and then I do my reviews of them. And I watch the pay-per-views live, when I can. But
Yeah,
it's there's good product out there, but AEW ain't it right now. Like they can put on good matches, but they don't have good storytelling, and that's because they're behind the scenes. They're just a burning dumpster fire. Much the way any of these like entertainment company like Marvel and and that's the thing. Real quick, like I know Deadpool's coming out and everything. It's like Disney is on the ropes right now, like financially. Like think about the last year they had. Like they're not in that movie and they're not doing well as far as finances go. Like think about it. They haven't had shit for hits. A couple like Guardians 3, yeah. Like, but if Deadpool, I'm not saying it's going to. I'm not advocating any boycotts, but if it were to like vastly underperform, that would be like a haymaker, you would think, to them. I mean, it would make them really, really reconsider. And like I said, I don't. If you watch anything you want, I'm not gonna say do that shit. I don't anymore. It's the Marvel thing anyway. I'm just like I was done pretty much after. I don't know. I watched
dude,
Wakanda.
yeah.
I watched Wakanda Forever, and I reviewed that one did well because I was angry that entire movie. First, I spilled my goddamn popcorn when I sat down. I spilled half of my popcorn, so I was pissed because I was too high to want to get up and go over and fucking get more popcorn. So I sat there angry and ate what was left of my popcorn and my fucking Sour Patch Kids and waited for a Black Panther to show up, and I never got one during the entire movie.
I know their movie that's out right now, In and Out or Inside Out or whatever it is killing it right now. But
I haven't looked at any box office shit at all.
I think it's 1.5 billion worldwide is what it's gotten to. It's really kicked off.
Well, I know I know my kid, my wife took my kid to see it. Like he wanted to watch it because he liked the first one. He wanted to watch it. So she took him to watch that one. But I drew the good straw. I got to go see Despicable Me with 4 with him. So that was, but he enjoyed it. But yeah, so that would already crossed $1 billion, you said?
Yeah, Inside Out. Let me check again. Yeah, because like I think we talked about it last week, and it crossed $1 billion for sure.
Okay.
Let's see here. I want to say.
Yeah, Despicable Me 4 was a blast. Like that movie was fun. It was. Clone Geek's absolutely right. I was in tears laughing a couple times at some of the stupid gags in that movie. Like those are always enjoyable. Like the Minions movies, I've taken him to see, since he's been old enough to go to the theater, all the ones that have come out. And yeah, we've always had a good time watching those.
Yeah, it looks like Inside Out 2 is going to it's getting to 1.4 right now. 1.4 billion.
Well, Disney has the established brand. The girls that liked Inside Out 1 are the right age to go see Inside Out 2. They have the money. It's like that's why Barbie made all that money, because generations of girls like Barbie, and then hey, it's finally here, the Barbie movie. Yeah, G.I. Joe the movie sucked dick, but whatever. So you were talking about movies. I gotta say, I had an opportunity to go check out Twisters a little early. What a surprisingly good movie. I wrote this thing off. I thought the trailer looked like shit. We went and saw something, and I was like, every movie in this trailer reel looks amazing except Twisters. I will see everything but Twisters. Joke's on me. The only thing I've seen from that list is Twisters, because In a Violent Nature I've heard it sucked, and a couple other things. But the thing about Twisters, it was a well-acted movie. It was fun. The cast is really good. Like this Glenn Powell dude, I know he's known from Top Gun. That's all I've ever seen him in. He's a good actor. The girl is a good actor. The dude in the back in the white shirt, a good actor. You may look, I know a lot of people are going to look at this movie, and I know there's going to be snarky reviews. Everyone's a different skin color. in the opening shot, it's a group of 5 students, and they all look different, and then most of them are dead. So, long story short, I'm going to say, here's my hot take for the night. This is better than the original Twister. I watched the original.
Oh, wow.
I don't think Twister's a very good movie. I didn't think it was good in 96. I rewatched it again last night, and I didn't watch it before I wrote my review. My review was based on what I watched. But having watched both back to back, the new one is much better. It's just a better movie. It was a lot more fun. It's smooth. It was smooth. It flowed. And some of there are certain 90s things that I don't miss in movies. Like the way they talk about technology and the way they present like computer people, like Independence Day. It's very dated in that way. Like, yes, aliens coming to Earth, but it's like all the technology talk and this and that. And we're going to do all these things. It's like, fuck off, man. That's not how it worked then. It's not how it works now. And I always find myself taken out of movies from that. This movie, on the other hand, they really don't bog you down with stupid science that is hokey. It talks about models and data and things that are very easy for other people to understand. And also, too, they don't present the characters as they're eccentric and a little weird, but they're like Glenn Powell's a YouTuber. He's a YouTuber. That's what he is. Like, seriously, he's got a YouTube channel. They just crossed 1 million subscriber, and they're a group of guys and a girl that go around and they wrangle tornadoes. And, if you've seen the trailer, anything I talk about, you'll get from the trailer. But it's a solid story because you watch that girl, she deals with guilt. She did her science experiment wrong. It didn't work out. She's lived with guilt. She gets back in the game. It's just a decent story. And like I said, the acting's good. And I never, ever say this first. The fucking effects, man. The special effects of this movie are on point because it looks real. They don't do like actors on green screen stuff every shot. A lot of it is shot on sets with wind machines and rain machines, and the actors have stuff. And then like when the debris or stuff comes in, it looks pretty good. And all the tornado stuff, that's what I mean about the great special effects. It just looks like a real storm. Like that's like the big finale. You're just like, I've been in storms, not a tornado, but I've seen real storms and all this shit. And I just sat there like, wow, this actually feels like I'm in a real storm. And it's got decent suspense. It's a big summer blockbuster. It's a disaster movie. I don't know what you would expect out of disaster movies because the bars are low here. And Dr. Coffin, I agree that the physical effects are better, but Twister, the original one, wasn't using real tornado effects. That was early CGI. And the early CGI for the tornadoes didn't look that great. Now they look really cool. But also, too, I think Glenn Powell and this woman have better chemistry than Helen Hunt and Bill Paxton because there's no annoying third party. Like, Jamie Gertz was always going on about, like, you're going to be a news reporter.
Sign the divorce papers and things like that. Yeah, that whole thing.
Yep.
Yeah, there is no character to try to get in the middle of the will they, won't they. Homeboy in the background is her friend from college. He understands he's in the friend zone the entire time. So he doesn't there's no love triangle. There's no hokey shit. There's no fucking cows flying across the screen.
They didn't do that bullshit.
No, they didn't copy everything. Look, it's clearly a modern remake of Twister. The whole twins part, the Twisters, that was like one scene in the beginning of the movie. I thought this whole thing was going to be about like 2 tornadoes coming in and how they got to fight 2 tornadoes and all this shit. No, it was just like 2 competing tornado teams, and then you find out one tornado team is kind of a dick, so then she teams up with Glenn Powell, and they become friendly, and then they have to save a town from a tornado. So that's really kind of it. That's the movie in a nutshell.
It's not a bad one. Yeah, because that's surprising because because I haven't listened to your review yet, and I was like, man, I wonder, how it is, but no, that's really surprising. Because I wouldn't think that the remake or I guess whatever this is going to be better than the last one. Because usually like they will just mail it in. They'll do a bunch of callbacks to the first one. The effects will be shit. But I guess Universal, Warner Brothers knew what they were doing, put some money behind it, took their time and made it into something that's, that's good. So that's interesting.
And the new guy that plays Superman, David Cornsweet or whatever his name is, he is in this, and it made me worried about the new Superman, not because he's a bad actor, But this dude is like me. He is very tall and he stands out. There is no way you wouldn't figure out that guy's Superman, because it's like, here's everybody else and here's him. And it's like me when I was in grade school. Everybody's up to my shoulder and I'm looking at the teacher at eye level. So dude is a little too tall to play a convincing, conspicuous Clark Kent, if you will. But he was fine. Like he was a good actor. He was probably my least favorite character, but he's supposed to be my least favorite character.
Gotcha.
And this movie's surprisingly funny. There's a couple dickhead characters that get their comeuppance. It's like there's a couple that's yelling, "There's no electricity. The Wi-Fi's out. Don't make me give you a bad review on Yelp." And like then those people, they're like, they could run to safety with everybody else, but they get into their car and drive off, and then their car gets sucked up by a tornado, and it shows them die. And I'm like, yeah,
oh my god,
people.
Yes.
And also, well, yeah, I'm looking at it right now on Google, and it looks like the time was like 2+ hours, and not by much, like 2 hours and 2 minutes. What it says. Did it feel like 2 hours to you, or was it like a nice pace of like steady things happening?
It was a nice pace because the romance between him and her isn't obnoxious. There's like one shot where I'm like, all right, this is clearly to get the ladies to watch this movie. And I go, as long as we get Sydney Sweeney and other stuff in movies, I'm cool. Let them have what they want, but let us have what we want too. So yeah, also too, the actress Maura Tierney comes back. She now plays Mother. She plays the mom of the main girl. And I'm like, oh man, this lady was in like everything in the 90s. And now she plays like old moms. Man, I'm old too.
Yeah. Oh my god, dude. Yeah, no, that makes me happy that it's at least comparable. That I probably need to go check it out this weekend.
Yeah, and John Thomas, I don't think they ever mentioned global warming or climate change at all. This is like a very like movie.
Okay.
When you go to watch something, you're not beat over the head with any kind of allegory. It's just like, this girl made a mistake. She needs to redeem herself. This guy is a YouTuber who wants to prove that he's really he's a doctor, but he's just not really proving himself. He's just doing his YouTube game, but he needs to step it up when shit gets real, and he does. It's just kind of a story of people doing the right thing. It's like a very cut and dry, good versus evil.
Which is what we need. We don't need any of the bullshit on top of it. So yeah, I'm probably gonna check it out. I know I'm going to go see Raiders of the Lost Ark tomorrow.
Where?
Here in town. You're 5 hours away. You want to come to watch tomorrow?
I didn't have to take my mom to the doctor. I would so drive down to watch Raiders of the Lost Ark on the big screen. I saw it once in 2012 for the re-release. Oh, it's beautiful.
Hold on. Let me see. Let me get the exact timing just to be really sure. Because you might be able to make it. It's gonna be by the skin of your teeth, but you might be able to make it. Let's see.
Like Indy.
Hold on. Yeah, exactly. Let's see. Okay, it is 7:30 tomorrow.
Can't make it. The doctor's appointment at 2. Damn it.
Fuck. Okay. I was gonna say if it was like 9 or 10, I'd be like, you probably could make it.
If it was 9 or 10, I'd be like, Nick, I'm taking her to the doctor. I'm grabbing my $7 cheeseburger and I'm heading down to you, my man. I've been listening to the Raiders of the Lost Ark soundtrack the whole drive down. Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, no, the Plaza's been showing like older movies. Like I went to go watch Hardcore the other night. That was awesome. But yeah, they told me, it's like, oh yeah, we're doing Raiders of the Lost Ark on Friday. I'm like, fuck yeah, because apparently they're doing Dark Star right now, and I'm missing that. So, but that's fine.
Well, that one's solid for all the right reasons and hokey for all the wrong reasons. But
gotcha.
I mean, the big beach ball and John Carpenter.
Yeah. Exactly. But yeah, no, since they're showing Raiders tomorrow night, I'm gonna check that out because it's been a minute.
I got to see Temple of Doom in the theater.
Oh my god!
So that nice. That was during COVID when our theater played like Jurassic Park, Temple of Doom, Goonies. There was a couple other ones, but yeah, I got to see those are the ones I got to go see. And yeah, I'd never seen Temple of Doom in the theater, so that was really cool.
It's such a good movie.
That was like the silver lining to that moment because yeah, like I went to like the theaters around me because I was like on Fandango looking for stuff and it was a bunch of old movies. I was like Goonies, Ferris Bueller, Breakfast Club, Ghostbusters, Beverly Hills Cop, Friday the 13th, a bunch of old 80s classics were playing everywhere, and I was like out all the time watching cheap ass movies because nobody's going to them. It was me and like 5 other people in the theater. It was good. It was, it was okay.
Yeah.
I really wish we had like we get new shit. Like, folks, next week next episode of the show will be about Deadpool because Deadpool will be out, and I'll be seeing that shit at the crack of not the crack of dawn, but the first screening we're having here in the city. So I'll have a review for you very early next week. But I want to watch some classic movies. I want to go see. I've never seen Beverly Hills Cop in a theater, so I'd love to see that. I would love to go see.
That would be fun.
I haven't seen Batman in theaters. I'd like to see Batman 89
I
in
did.
a theater.
I got to see that one in the theater because I was 9 when that came out, and that was I
was 6 months old.
Yeah, I've got the trading cards are right up there on the wall. I got as a kid all the Batman. I've sent you that. I have them all framed with the bat background that's right there on the wall.
Bob
cards
Gunn
from that movie.
I love that fucking movie so much. Now, before we switch away from anything, guys, since it's summer and they usually put out these terrible disaster movies, and this one isn't that bad. Actually, it's not bad at all. Really, I don't know what else to say besides it's surprisingly good, and I wouldn't pay to watch it again in theaters, but when it hits streaming, if somebody's like, "Do you want to watch Twisters?" I would watch it again. It's such a non-offensive movie. Like, it's enjoyable. It's not any kind of like beat you over the head with anything. You're just like, okay, they like each other. They need to fight a tornado. I'll buy it. That's it. But the dude has he has a heavy chassis in his truck, and he has this like winch thing that like drills down into the ground so he can
oh my god
into the ground through a tornado. And so like he's able to literally ride into the center of tornadoes and then lock himself in. It looks cool.
I remember when that stuff was big for a bit there was a guy who was like doing that stuff on YouTube or on the Weather Channel or something, on Discovery or whatever, and he had like, I forget the name of the car, but it was covered in like Teflon and steel or whatever. And he was doing all that stuff. And I remember going to his website for a while, and he's like, "Oh, you can actually like pay to go with him during tornado season and be in that specialized crazy bulletproof car with him."
Could I just pay to be a member to his channel and watch it at home? Like, I'd rather do that.
Oh, Dominator. Yeah, thank you, Father Amel. Yeah, that's what it was. Dominator. Yep, that's what it was. I remember. I forget the dude's name, but I think like he was up to like Dominator 3 or something.
Okay,
and
tank, I would ride in a tank with the guy into a tornado because that's the
no
because
because I think he like the show that he had at the time was like about storm chasing, and he did the first one, and the Dominator 1 got like apparently like a fucking telephone pole went into the shield or into the side of it, made a really big dent, so he had to make another one, and then he made it like part 3 that's even like more high tech and like crazy safe and things like that.
It's something I want to experience, Nick. I want to go to there.
You know what? Here's the thing. I'd rather be in like that kind of vehicle during a tornado than skydiving. I'd rather do that.
I would do both, but I'd rather do the tornado thing first. That sounds more fun to me.
Yeah.
It's weird. I thought I'd have more to say about Twisters, but let's talk about other disaster movies. I asked you guys to bring a couple just to talk about. We don't have to go in depth, but like I said to you, if we count Independence Day, that is my favorite disaster movie. I really do love Independence Day. It's very, very 90s. And I personally have reached the age where I look back at 90s movies and I go, oh, this feels dated now. Because Independence Day didn't feel dated for 20 years. But now that it's almost 30 years old, it is very dated to me. Like, it has the old, look, I like practical effects, don't get me wrong, but it's got the same problem that every movie with optical effects does. Things do not travel in a straight trajectory. They turn slightly to the side and slide sideways. Star Wars has that problem. Independence Day has that problem. That's just a technical thing about me bitching. But like, you go back and you watch it and you're like, yep, this is older. I think even Jurassic Park has reached that level for me where I go back and I'm like, ooh, this is the first time this movie's ever looked dated to me. Have you guys had that with any movies lately?
Nothing really. I mean, maybe really old stuff or maybe really cheap things that came out, way back, but nothing around that time. I mean, even Jurassic Park, I remember watching that on the big screen recently, and I was like, it's still like even the effects still hold up. I mean, it's amazing. It really is. So
That was one I got to see, and that was cool because I saw it in the theater. Like when that came out, I was like 13, so I got to see it there. Years later as an adult with my kid. So that was kind of neat. But yeah,
Did I ever
the
tell you
effects
the first?
look great.
Did I ever tell you the first time I ever saw that movie was its 25th anniversary in 2013 or 20th anniversary in 2013?
Really?
It was the first time I
Wow.
saw the first Jurassic Park.
Oh my God.
I saw The Lost World as soon as it hit tape, and then I think my mom even took me to see Jurassic Park 3 in theaters, but I didn't see the first one. I think what it was is we rented the second one because it was brand new, and then I didn't really like it, so I never wanted to watch the first movie, and nobody in my sphere was into that. Like, I had a friend that was into horror movies, so we got to watch shit that we shouldn't have been able to watch at 7 and 8 years old. That was awesome. Like, Nick, you would have loved it. He had a birthday party. His name is Tim. He's still my friend. I see him every once in a while.
Did we see him at Horror Hounds this last time? Was that the guy?
No, that's a guy named Shane. He listens to the show. Shout out to him. But no, Tim's a guy I went to grade school with. He's like a glass blower. He's really cool. But long story short, he had these birthday parties, and they were like, you're a kid, you go to these sleepover birthday parties, and his mom's like, you guys can rent horror movies if you want. And I'm like, really? Because I didn't really, we didn't have limitations at my house. I just never thought to rent like rated R horror movies. So we rented Friday the 13th Part 3. We rented some kind of Omen movie or something. Because the reason I needed to watch Friday Part 3, and Pete, you'll like this, is remember the guy on the handstand part that gets chopped down the dick?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's on the back of the box. And I was like, I have to see whatever this is. Because it was one of those situations of morbid curiosity where you see this image and you're like, I have to know. And I would think about that picture. I'm like, what is this? And then we rented the movie. It wasn't that great.
Yeah. But no, dude, that's the beautiful thing about like being able to walk the aisles at video stores and look at those is those pictures on the back and the cover art on the box. Thanks, Charles Band. That really set things apart. Yeah, that's the reason we rented a lot of the movies we did as kids was because of those boxes and the pictures, the few screen caps you'd see on the back. Xavier, I'm writing them down right now because I'm gonna put together this list while we talk about the disaster movies for you, brother.
Yeah. Oh, dude, no, I remember several because there was a little mom and pop video store near me called Glades Video in Gatlinburg. In fact, it went out of business, I think, in 2017. When it was last opened. So,
let's play the game. Here are some horror VHS tapes. Now, I'll read them to the chat.
Okay, there are. I think the top one there is new.
9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Out of these 13 movies, how many have you seen, folks? So there's Army of Darkness. I've seen it. I own it on most formats. The Shining. I've seen it.
Yep.
The Blob. I've seen it. American Werewolf in London. I've seen it. Dawn of the Dead. I've seen it. Halloween. I love it. They Live. Alien. Dead Alive. Psycho. A Nightmare on Elm Street. Now, I've never seen Carnosaur, but I have seen VHS too. So I've seen 12 of these 13 films.
Carnosaur was like that first like Sci-Fi Channel straight to tape like horror movie about genetically. It was like people. I think it was people breaking into a lab, but like the lab was like genetically messing with giant dinosaur DNA. It was like after Jurassic Park, and it was like a really fucking shitty version of this. But they were trying to make like killer dinosaurs for the military, I think is what the story was. And they started killing these robbers who were like trying to release them and get like the secret stuff for them to sell like overseas or whatever. And they just started fucking dying and getting eaten by dinosaurs.
Jeez. We should watch that, Nick.
Dude, I'm down. I'm down for some like really shitty like early 90s like made for straight to fucking VHS like horror movies because like there were some gems that nobody knows about in that realm, and it's just like you guys missed a lot of like really wonderful shit.
What is your score then? Are you 13 out of 13 for this?
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, I'm 13 out of 13. Yeah, because
12. I'm 12. I haven't seen Carnosaur. I haven't seen Carnosaur 2. I've seen the VHS movie, but I haven't seen Carnosaur 2.
I'm glad that I'm not the only Carnosaur virgin. So, Nick, you take the title. You are the king of schlock tonight. Folks in the chat, how many of these movies have you seen out of 13? I'll read them again to see who's got the number that can rival Nick. Well, match Nick. It's Army of Darkness, The Shining, The Blob, American Werewolf in London, Dawn of the Dead, Halloween, They Live, Alien, Dead Alive, Psycho, A Nightmare on Elm Street, Carnosaur, and VHS 2. By the way, this is thankfully it's the original Psycho, not the Vince Vaughn remake. And by the way, somebody in the chat said I look like Vince Vaughn. I'm okay with that. He's pretty cool. We got Kevin Flynn's got a 13. James Ritter's got a 13. Commandant VHS has got a 6. He went over the helmet. Enrique's got a 9 out of 13. Dr. Coffinails has got a 12 out of 13. Tom Heaven has an 11 out of 13. Well, we got some good numbers. I was going to make the rookie numbers joke, but there's really nothing to joke about. We got a lot of
I've seen Carnosaur 1 and 2. Wow.
I think James might have you beat for the King of the Schlock tonight.
Jesus, man. Whew. Dawn of the Dead. I love old school Dawn of the Dead. That's one of my favorites. I fucking love that movie. I
will never say the new one is better than the original, but I don't dislike the original one. The new one, excuse me. I don't dislike the new one at all. I don't like Zack Snyder, but it's not a bad movie.
No, it's not. But like just the original one, the time period, the mall, like malls were new back then, and you saw like all the weird shit that you could buy back then in the fucking mall and everything. It was nice. It was nice.
Now, Xavier to God had sent in a super chat, and I know you answered it, Pete, directly to him.
I'll read.
I wanted you can read it, and then I'll chime in, and so will Nick. Because look, folks, tonight we know that everyone's watching the RNC, and we're not here to complain or really give you any political talk. Let's just talk about whatever the hell you want to talk about. So we're talking about horror now. Send in any kind of super chats and shit you want us to cover, questions you got for the show, advice, recipes. Share them with us. I'm down to cook. I'm not on stream, but you know. At home. Sorry, Pete. The floor is yours, sir.
No, you're fine there. I changed my background up. But no, least to favorite, least would be Nightmare on Elm Street 2010. I could not get inebriated enough to make that movie good when I saw it in the theater. And I watched it once again, and I was like, oh, this is just no. The Halloween 2007, because while I enjoy Rob Zombie's music, I've seen him in concert 3 times. His ability to make a Halloween movie is less than satisfactory. Yeah, it's non-existent is far more fitting. Texas Chainsaw Massacre 03. I kind of enjoyed that one, and how could you not? It had Gunny in it.
Yep.
So that made that movie that much better because he chewed the scenery. And then my most favorite out of these, and is something I never thought I would say. Friday the 13th, 2009 would be my favorite on that list. And that's only because the kills are really good in the movie. I don't really like a lot of it, but I will give them some credit. We did a whole episode of my Monday night show. Was I too rough on Friday the 13th, 2009? And I gave it a little more credit, but I still don't like a lot of the things in it, but the kills were cool and Jason looked fucking good in it. So I dug that. So that's my favorite.
Of that list, it's my favorite too. I took 2 girls to see it in college. I felt kind of cool for that one, but my real reasoning I liked it. And yes, never mind. Those stories aren't for the channel.
I'm about to say they gotta pay for that kind of story, man. Come on now, put it on Patreon.
I didn't have to pay for that kind of story, if you know what I
mean. Oh my God, let's see. Jeff, do you want to go or should I go?
You go. I need a second.
Okay, let's see. Least. Okay, well, rate these movies from. Okay, least to favorite. Okay, least has got to be Halloween 07. Fucking hate that bullshit. Nightmare on Elm Street 2010 was not good. He looked like fucking fried up Abe Sapien, like a weird fish man. I will put second and last Friday the 13th 09. I'm with you, Pete. I was a little rough on that too when they came out, and I've softened on it now. It's not that bad. It was. If I wish it was like more of a continuation than a remake. I would have liked a little bit more, but
yeah,
that's here nor there. I gotta say Texas Chainsaw Massacre 03 because me and my best friend who I've known since like 6th grade went to go watch that, and we fucking loved it. We were the 2 horror nerds in the small theater going nuts for it, and everyone's like cowering in fear. We're just like, fuck yeah, fuck them up. Like we were terrible. But yeah, that's my list.
I will do Halloween 07 because Michael Myers is my favorite horror character, and so Rob Zombie just shit the bed. Then I'll do Nightmare. Then I'll do Texas Chainsaw Massacre. And somebody in the chat, I think it was Clone Geek, don't I have a story about that with my grandma? Yeah. I was over my grandma's house when that movie was fairly new on DVD because my grandma lived with my aunt and uncle. And I was like looking through my aunt and uncle were very like uptight about movies. Like I took GoldenEye over there once and they're like, you can't watch this in front of our kids. It's a sex movie. I'm like, GoldenEye? Okay. I once turned on a Hollywood Hulk Hogan promo on Nitro and they freaked out. I was like, what the fuck? I didn't say that because I was 6 or I was like 8 years old. But either way, these people were like super like uptight about shit. It was like bed at 8 o'clock, the most boring white bread American household you can imagine. But they had this movie on DVD in their house, and I went, no fucking way. So I watched it. My grandma was watching it with me, and she left the room before it ended, and then she didn't come back, so I put on the original Saw, and she thought that Saw and Texas Chainsaw Massacre was one long movie. So that's the story, Clone Geek. We sat there through both movies going, is this ever going to end? And I looked at her and I'm like, Grandma, this is a different movie. She's like, oh, I was waiting for the other guy to come back. I'm like, okay. And then obviously I'm going to put up Friday the 13th, 09. I don't hate that movie, and I never have. I thought it was pretty funny. I thought it was... The girl that got topless was beautiful. The Asian stoner was funny. The kills were good. Jared Padalecki's fine. I hadn't seen Supernatural yet. So I liked it enough. I don't really think the first Friday the 13th movie, the original one from 1980, is that awesome in general. So you're just like...
Blasphemous, goddamn it, blasphemous.
What?
So many problems. No.
Well, you know what? It was a good run. We had 9.5 years of the show.
Anyway, next one.
God damn it.
No, I wasn't going to say it's better than the original movie. All I was going to say is I don't think the first Friday the 13th is a good movie in general. It's fine. It's schlocky. But, like, I think the series is, like, start at 2. Start at 2 because it's got all the tropes. The only thing you're missing is Kevin Bacon's death. All the deaths in part 1, it's like the axe to the face is better in the Japanese cut. The arrow to the guy, it's like, okay, it is what it is. It's just very much cheap Halloween.
Oh, 100%.
Part 2 is much better. And that kill to the handicapped guy in the wheelchair, the machete in the face, that's the best kill in that movie.
Well, I mean, even even like the two guys, Cunningham and
the writer,
Victor Miller.
Yeah. They both said they saw how good Halloween did, and they wanted their own slasher. So something happened with The Burning. The same thing happened with The Burning.
Yep.
Nick,
oh my god,
I believe together. Oh, with the fucking snips, they cuts off Fisher Stevens' fingers on the boat.
Dude, The Burning is that's another really schlocky one. I fucking love. I love The Burning. It's so schlocky. It's so much fun.
George Costanza's in that too.
Jason He is.
Yeah.
Is he?
Yes, he's one of the cool kids, which I'm like, Costanza, I could just picture him in that episode of Seinfeld sitting there, be like, I'm a rebel, a loner. When he's leaning against the car. He's got his father's car. He's got Frank's. Oh God.
I like how that's I know he's quoting something else, but he also quoted Pee-wee's Big Adventure right there. I love that line in Pee-wee's Big Adventure. I'm a loner, Dottie, a rebel. Fucking Pee-wee. Nick, we should make a slasher one day. I think we can make the next great one because it's
dear God, what
you don't show.
Dude, I went to a friend's birthday party. I think it may have been today's Thursday. No, it's Friday. It was last Friday. I had to fucking remember. And I got drunk, and he was like, "Oh man, you guys need to put me into a movie." He's like, one of our friends we've had do movies down here. He hasn't been in anything in a while, and I got real drunk, and I came up with the idea of Divorce Party Massacre.
Now it's got to be a bunch of drunk white girls celebrating.
100%. You get a bunch of drunk white girls celebrating in a cabin. Yeah, then they start dying slowly or fast, depending on how you want to do it.
What you do though is you make it about the girl's angle, but she has to have like a male stripper show because I want to see the male stripper get cut in half by like a slasher.
Pete can be the male stripper.
Yeah,
man, I want to be the slasher. I'm too fat to be a stripper.
All right.
Like Bart Simpson.
Fine. We'll make Dion the stripper. We'll make Dion the stripper. It's okay.
Yeah, man.
I just want to be the guy that delivers the pizza and then gets eaten by the bear.
I was
just like a random scene where a guy gets eaten by a bear. I'm like, oh no!
You will be No. You will be the horny pizza guy who's like, I got a foot long meat for you. Like, you'll be that guy.
Oh, what is it? Big sausage pizza?
Yeah.
I remember that website.
Yeah. You'll be that guy who's like trying to get, you know what? Wait, and we'll give you an obvious fake mustache because it'll look hilarious. And you'll just be like the horny like pizza guy who sees like all these women there just trying to get in on the fucking party and just like you die by a bear like as you walk to your car.
My hat has to say HPG on it, and it'll never know what it stands for. It just stands for horny pizza guy. Like, oh, literally, he's the horny pizza guy. Got it.
Yeah, that's all it'll be. That's all it'll be. It'll be very simple. Yeah, it'll be a very simple one area movie. Like there may be like a car scene we do, but then it'll just be the fucking cabin for the next like I don't know 80 minutes.
Nick, it should be like the most mundane horror movie, and then what'd you say?
I have a cabin.
Pizza at the end of the cabin.
We should talk. We should make a horror movie.
It wouldn't be difficult. I know the people. I know I can get the cameras. Like it's not difficult.
We could have a cabin and a prison.
I love it. I love it so much.
We should follow. I've been studying the cinematography of Dean Cundy. I've been buying books on light and shadow for art.
Yeah.
If we do this, we should light it just like a classic John Carpenter movie and bring back some class to these horror movies. Like make it bloody, make it schlocky, make it all that, but make it look like $1 million and really get people.
Oh no, that's incredibly easy to do, especially with, because like back then you had to back then you couldn't hide your crimes as well as you can now. Like with digital effects, just like mundane editing and like color correction, you can hide your crimes a lot easier these days. Trust me.
And we're doing it, folks. 2026 we'll have a movie trailer for you at least.
Oh yeah,
we have a fuck, marry, kill since we're keeping it on horror tonight, and we're going to be talking about horror for a little while. It seems like Xavier to God says fuck WWH fuck, marry, kill Final Friday, Freddy's Dead, and Curse of Michael Myers.
Wait, what's WWH?
I don't know. World Wrestling Hooker?
Wrestling
with horror. Sorry.
Oh, Wrestling with horror. Okay. So directed to you. Directed to you.
Damn. All right. Look. Let's see here. Fuck, marry, kill. I will fuck Freddy's Dead. I will marry the Curse of Michael Myers, and I will kill the Final Friday because I hate that goddamn movie. I hate it. That's
part 9, right?
Yeah. Yep. That's one where Cunningham famously told that young director, Adam Marcus, that went to film school with his son, get rid of the goddamn mask.
That movie is dog shit, and that is why I too would kill it. I would kill that one. And
wait, Final Friday is that Jason Goes to Hell?
Yeah.
Okay, I was just like Final Friday. I was like, what the hell is it going? Okay,
yeah, Jason Goes to Hell.
Because I know Freddy's Dead is the Final Nightmare is technically the name of it. So
yeah, with the 3D glasses in which he goes into the dream world.
Is it wrong? The two things I think of when I think of Freddy Krueger are "Welcome to Primetime, Bitch" and "It's a Boy." Like those are the two things when I think of Freddy Krueger. That's what pops up. Not the glove, not the face, just those two lines of dialogue. And then nice hearing from you, Carlos. His one-liners are why I like him. And I hate to have to. I guess I'll kill Final Friday, fuck Freddy's Dead, and wait, is Curse of Michael Myers Part 6?
Yep.
I'm fucking that one. I'll marry Freddy's Dead. Curse of Halloween 6 sucks horribly, man.
Look, if you piece all the cuts together and then do a lot of acid, it's a coherent movie.
It's the second part we don't have access to here in Ohio, Pete. So it might be a little hard.
No, that was the Weinstein's first. That was their first foray into it. That was a Frankenstein's nightmare. It really was. But I would take, as bad as that is, I would still take that over Friday the 13th Part 9.
I can't get through Friday the 13th Part 9. I turn it off.
I don't blame you.
I haven't watched that one. It's been probably at least 10 to 15 years since I've watched that. And I own like 2 copies of it.
It's your Moonraker. You'll have it.
It's your Moonraker.
You're not going to watch it ever.
Oh my God.
Nick, what is your Moonraker?
Oh, what's really bad that I have that I'll never watch?
Yeah.
Let's see in the collection. God, that's difficult because I have a lot of them. Probably Day of the Dead.
Okay.
It's in my collection. I've watched it probably the least of the zombie movies. I respect to have it in the collection, but I don't like it. I really don't like it. Like Dawn is far superior than Day. And I hate that it's really hard to like watch the old Dawn of the Dead on VOD at any point. Like you have to like just own it and just have it readily available to watch.
Because isn't there no copyright? Like doesn't who owns
No. You're
copyright?
thinking of Night of the Living Dead.
No, I'm not thinking that there's no copyright on it, but doesn't the copyright holder not have any interest in putting it on home video? Is what I'm trying to say.
I think that might be right. Yeah, that's the thing. So, but no, it's just wild because like Dawn, like the old school Dawn of the Dead is so much fun. It's great. It's like a direct continuation of Night of the Living Dead, and they do a really good job of getting you there. And it's just such a fun movie. I mean, the effects are a little schlocky here and there. Some of the blood gags are okay, but it's a really solid movie.
My favorite character dies, which pisses me off. Ken Foree's sidekick, the white guy.
I love that guy.
He's the best character in that movie, man.
I watched
that in college. We'd be like, man, when he dies, I don't want to watch the rest of the film.
Yeah. And I've been to a couple of times at the conventions. He's super nice guy.
Yeah, we got to meet him at one of these shows. Like, hey, I'm just gonna walk up to him like, hey, man. Every time you die in Dawn of the Dead, a little bit of me dies on the inside. All right.
Yeah. Oh, dude, yeah, such a good movie.
Enrique Vasquez says, bring back the Polish hot dog at Costco. Man, I haven't eaten anything from Costco in quite a while. I like that chicken wrap or that chicken roll, the like ranch chicken bacon thing. That's like 1,000 calories in one little bite. God.
Well, no, apparently what people are doing is like taking the chicken out of that or putting the hot dog into that and then eating it like that. I don't know. And then wrapping it in a fucking pizza. I've seen all kinds of weird Costco things people do. Oh, it's so crazy.
Let me type in Costco food real quick. I'm into the Costco right now.
What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
You know,
too bad Costco food isn't open at 3 a.m.
I put together well-constructed, thought-out videos and upload them. And, I might get 100 or 200 views. I shoot a 10-second video of my cat in the refrigerator. It gets 10,000 views. What am I even doing anymore? What am I doing?
Dude, the cat videos are where it's at.
And now, you get people doing pizza wrapped hot dog chicken rolls at Costco. That
is one thing I fucking hate. I seeing on Instagram all the time are like the in-car food reviews, especially the fast food reviews, because I'm just like, the bar for fast food is so goddamn low. Like, how are you trying to review this and make it seem good? Because it's already shit. We all know it's shit.
Yeah, I don't know how people are still doing this. Like, Dame Drops did this like 15 years ago.
Yeah, and then you'll see these like, oh, it's a fucking Chick-fil-A hack. It's like you're combining two things in Chick-fil-A they haven't combined yet. They're probably going to, and then making it this other thing. It's like, I don't care to be in my car to like take the like the fucking grilled nuggets and then put these sauces on them and put it between a bun and get some cheese and do all this reconstruction in my fucking car seat while I'm sitting in a parking lot. No, I don't want to do it.
Waffle fries.
Yeah, give me my fries, give me my shit. Let me get the fuck out. Like, I don't care. But no, like everybody does. It's like, oh, I got a fucking hack for this fucking fast food place. Like, I don't give a shit. Please stop.
I just, if I go to a fast food place, I'm just gonna order it the way I want it and leave. I think it's a generational thing, man, because we're used to like the McRib being an annual special that people are like, oh, the McRib's back, cool. Not let me go to McDonald's at 3 a.m. and order, I need a McFlurry, this, that, and then I'm gonna put my fries and do a parfait or some dumb shit like that.
Yeah, that thing, yeah.
Sweet balance. Like, and I'm gonna sound like an old man for a second. You realize all you TikTok kids add to the stupid price increase of all these places too, because people try to get around these things. Like, oh, did you know you can get a large meal for only $4 if you order everything separately? And then they stop, and then they jack up the prices, and then I stop eating at the restaurants. So
the one thing I love to see, which was so idiotic that I don't know it's still happening, but it's happening like a month ago, is that you had these kids who were like really into Chipotle, like that was their fucking thing, and they were recording the Chipotle people doing it, because apparently if you had your phone out and you're recording it, they'd give you the proper amount of stuff.
Yeah, that's important.
I was like, how about you go to Qdoba or any other fucking Mexican place that has a bowl and go give some other place your money,
because the food's not as good. They don't taste the same.
I understand that.
All of them. Qdoba's like
No, I understand that, or even like salsaritas or whatever. I know there's like a few more, but like, why not take their money away and then give it to somebody else, and this way they'll know about it, and then they'll go back to what they were doing. Like that seems like a better strategy than you, like everybody in line taking your camera phone out and just being like this like the whole time. It just, I don't know. That
there is the Jeff Hicks strategy. What you do, folks,
be 6'5" and just be intimidating.
That works. I guess I don't take that into account. But what I do is, like, if I want a burrito and I know I'm hungry and I want a really big burrito, I go, can I get this double wrapped? So what they'll do is they'll start preparing it to be an extra big burrito. And you, outside of meat, you just keep saying more. Like I was saying, I want some extra white rice. They'll put their little scoop. More, please. More. They'll look at me. I'm like, even more. And then we'll get to the vegetables, and I want the fajita vegetables. If they're well done, give me like 6 scoops of those. And then the chicken, and then all the other stuff. And then they sit and have trouble wrapping it up. And then what I do though, here's the method that I use. I'll go, thank you, that looks so good. And I'll just say nothing but compliments as they're sitting there struggling trying to wrap this burrito. And then they usually are like, oh, at least this guy's nice about it. And I say thank you, and I walk home with my baby-sized burrito that I paid $9 for.
That thing is a small child. He's a newborn baby.
When I go to
the fucking burrito,
when I go to the movie theater, like the burrito is bigger than this WrestleMania cup. I'm trying to think like an equivalent. I'm not joking. I gain like 2 pounds when I eat a Chipotle burrito because it's a 2-pound burrito. It's so hefty. And that's the hack. You just ask for more. And if they say no, then you just say it doesn't cost any extra. It's not on the menu, and then they'll just do it. Like, and honestly, these people don't even give a shit. They don't want to work. They're just like, yeah, whatever, just to get this dude out of here.
I don't know. I just kept seeing all these kids do that shit. It's like, oh, if you pull out your camera phone and do it, they'll give you the right amount. It's like, how about go somewhere else? Just or better yet, use your brains and the phone you have and look up the recipe to make it and do it at home cheaper.
Yeah, but man, they're adobo on the chicken. Nobody has chicken that's as good as Chipotle's chicken, and they're fucking carnitas.
I don't know. Learn like those kids need to learn a skill and maybe like cook for themselves every once in a while. I don't know. Maybe.
Here's the thing: I can cook for myself.
No, I wasn't saying you. I'm saying those kids, not you. I know you can.
Those meddling kids and that damn dog.
I would have got away with it too.
Dude, do you want
to? Speaking of which, I need to start writing my Velma Goes to College parody.
I want to do the storyboards and the poster.
She has to go to a sorority house and things go nuts.
I'm just gonna tell you, even though it's not in your script, I'm writing in a requiem for a dream scene so we could have him go ass to ass at college.
Surprise, bitch! That's in there.
I want great minds think alike. Let's read a very nice super chat from a very nice listener. Sup, bullshitters. Recently, I took my dad to see the Lord of the Rings extended trilogy in theaters for his birthday. Then got the Lego Rivendell. My wallet cries. My dad smiles. Well, that's important. I love hearing stories about people taking their parents to do stuff or like sharing those events. Yeah, I took my mom to see Twisters, but that was neither here nor there. But Nick, do you have the Lego Rivendell? Excuse me.
No, that is on the list of several things. I've been grabbing what I can lately and putting it away in my bunker to sell it for a rainy day.
You got one of those too, huh?
Yeah, yeah. Instead of like food that lasts 25 years, I have Lego sets to keep me occupied until the end of time. If my glasses break, I'm fucked, but that's fine.
I got sealed Ninja Turtles that I'm going to sell and buy a house.
Yeah. So like that's what I'm doing is like I'm hoarding Legos to sell at a later date. And like I don't know, I'm gonna try to sell a couple sets, at the end of this year and see what happens. And if it goes well and I'm satisfied with the process, I might just start doing that as a thing and just keeping that going for a bit and seeing what happens. So yeah,
go for it, man. I'm like you. I have a lot of things in my I guess my bunker. Oh, good. People have called WOKEBUSTERS. They keep calling it. Jeff, I have a WOKEBUSTERS emergency. Call me back, please. I don't know how to get rid of these dumb women. You lesbian space witches, please help. Oh my God, I can call everybody back now. This is great. I can even play this one.
Oh God. By the way, Digsby, Scooby Snack is her bedroom move.
Ooh.
You know what? Oh god, I would love to make something. I would love to make something Scooby Doo-esque so fucking bad. It'd be so much fun. There's a book called Meddling Kids that deals with the Scooby gang when they're like in their early 20s. I think it's dark. It involves a Necronomicon, and it's a good fucking book. It's a really good book.
Overkill. The baby-sized burrito lasts me 2 days. I never eat the whole thing. Like if we go to the movie. I try to be like, let's see if I can eat it so I don't have to throw it away. But if I'm at home, I'll just rewrap it and put it in the fridge. Digsby also says I look like The Rock when he had hair in Doom. Cool. Nothing I'm going to be upset from hearing. Rock's cool. I mean, it's not like I have a fucking shelf of The Rock over there and a fake $500 shirt that I wore to WrestleMania, and people kept coming up to me calling me Dwayne Johnson. I was like, no.
Dude, you're gonna have to wear that shirt probably Saturday at Dragon Con. If you want to. Oh,
I am sorry. Somebody was calling WOKEBUSTERS again. I'll have to close this tab right now. I'm glad people are actually calling us now. Here's the thing, folks. You get a real voicemail from WOKEBUSTERS. So call the number and find out. Nick, you should call it later tonight. I think you'll get a kick out of it. Oh, I can get the shirt for Dragon Con. Should I wear the shirt? Well, yeah, because I don't want to wear my Axel Foley jacket. I'll die in the heat.
No, don't do that. No. You will die.
I think I'm just going to dress as Luke. No, Luke Skywalker's not cool anymore. Folks, by the way, Mark Hamill's bullshit. I hope you saw what I was posting about stealing Solo 2. That's not a joke. I have the cover outline, and I'm working on it now. I'm just going to do it behind the scenes and then kind of tell you guys when it's done. But it'll be very soon. Well, not very soon. Like it'll be done like 4 or 5 months. I'm going to make sure I can get it to you this year. I'm excited, but we'll worry about that later. We got WOKEBUSTERS to finish first. Well, it's done. We got to finish the campaign.
Yeah.
9 days away, 8 days away, folks. Sunday night, the 28th, it closes. Help us cross that goal. We've had the biggest jump in a while over the last day. We've had a lot of people back in it. So get involved. Spread the word if you already got a copy. And if you can't, just spread the word as well. It'll help. But Screw by Steak, hopefully you guys it sounds like you guys had a great time. And I'm trying to think, what do I fuck. I seen that Lego set at the Lego store. We went to, because we have a Lego store here, Nick, at the local mall, and it's pretty awesome. I want to
there's one near me, but there are like also like a dozen Targets that nobody buys Legos here at all. Because I remember the DeLorean sold out, and I went to the Target like down the road from me, and they had 2 there, and I was like, I just bought it there, man. It was crazy.
Great Scott.
Yeah, when you come down here, we'll have to go. We'll have to go to the Targets and look at all the action figures and shit. You can just like haul back with you if you want to.
I mean, my flight home is on a different airline, so I can take more shit with me.
There you go.
I can bring down.
There you go.
What I should do is just cheaply mail some of my stuff to you, and then when I come down with no thing, and I just be like, I'm gonna fly it all home now because I'm going on Delta. That's how I hack the system.
There you go.
Okay. John Thomas, thank you very much. He says, I have seen all 3 Blob movies. We have a fuck, marry, kill. Blade 3, Beverly Hills Cop 3, Superman 3, Quest for Peace. Well, I'm going to marry Superman. Wait, hold on. Superman 4 is the Quest for Peace. Superman 3 is the one with Richard Pryor. So I think you're going by 3s. So I'm going to marry Superman 3 because that is not that bad of a movie. It's not good, but it's not that bad. Then I'll fuck Beverly Hills Cop 3 and I'll kill Blade 3 because Blade Trinity sucks beehole.
The only good thing about it was Jessica Biel, because she looked good as hell in that.
You didn't like Triple H?
No. His acting. his acting. I remember seeing that in the theater and going like, why isn't Wesley Snipes even really in this? Like, what does he do? He's not doing any, it was a bad movie. But I'm the same with you. Superman 3 with Richard Pryor is underrated because Richard Pryor makes anything better. True. Beverly Hills Cop 3 it's a movie, but it's still a Beverly Hills Cop movie, and that is way better than Blade 3. So yeah, I'm concurrent with your picks.
Yeah, I'm with you guys on that one too. But by the way, did you hear the little dig they had at Beverly Hills Cop 3 and Axel F?
Yeah, we don't talk about that.
Yeah, they had like I love the little dig he made so fucking much. I was like, that's hilarious.
It made my heart sing when they made that joke. But I went back to watch Beverly Hills Cop 3 last week just because I had time to waste, I guess. And it's as bad as I remember. And I wasn't going to say anything kind about it. All I was going to say is the music isn't that terrible. But that's not really a compliment. But that new version of Axel F, that hits.
Dude, all the musical cues in Axel F were amazing. I was like, they really hit the first. They really hit a lot of the first one stuff.
And second,
yeah, there was a lot of it from both. And then at the end, I guess I had a new Axel, kind of like newer Axel F song. I forget who did it because I was watching it with subtitles.
Oh, I didn't like that rap song that it played.
Is that in theaters right now or streaming?
Netflix
streaming on Netflix. No,
Okay. I've got Netflix. I'll check that out. I haven't got to watch it yet.
Dude, I want you to text me because Dr. Coffin Nails called me or texted me yesterday. He's like, I watched it. It's exactly as good as you said it was. It's fucking good, man. I really like it. I think it's the best Legacy sequel.
Okay.
Well, once again, I just hope they don't do another one because it's like, all right, you did good. Stop.
That's how I feel. There's just nowhere else to go with it. I'm very happy with it.
No, the only way they can do a Legacy sequel now is if they bring everybody, bring all the 90s and 80s movies back. You know, you'd have to have Crockett and Tubbs, you'd have to have Die Hard, you'd have to have Riggs and Murtaugh, you have to have everybody. That's only you can do something like that if you'd want to do a big sequel.
It'd be tough to get Bruce Willis back.
That's true. That's true.
Bruce, I could be doing much acting.
Yeah, I feel bad for him, man. That's
I
terrible.
know, man. It is. It's I joke, but it is. It's sad because the guy, he is like the everyman. That's what I always liked about him is an action star, like in a generation, in a decade of stars built like action figures. Here's Bruce Willis. That's how it was Arnold Schwarzenegger, Sylvester Stallone, Dolph Lundgren, Bruce Willis. But he made every role he did like that work. Mm-hmm. Yeah, every role he did, man, it worked. Die Hard's I still have my Die Hard Christmas cookies that I made, the main characters in the freezer. Still preserved. Al Powell. I've got Al, I've got Hans, we've got John, we've got Holly, and what was the one goon's name who bit it with the gimmick around his neck? Was that
Carl?
Sven? Carl Sven. Carl. I made Carl, and Bruce has even got the blood on his face and on his tank top. But yeah, those are still they're frozen. I might make more next Christmas.
The Falcon.
It took me like 4 hours to frost those days. I've never done that intricate of I can cook anything, but I can't bake. And Jesus Christ, was that difficult to frost those things. Making the cookies was easy. Frosting those things was a pain in the ass.
You got frosted like a fucking cake. By the way, I forgot to press this button for our listener.
Another one. Another one. Another one. Another one. Another one.
He gone. How about a new one?
Did you see that guy accidentally hit that moose with his car?
No.
Holy shit. Jamie, pull that video up.
Oh my god, oh my god. Oh my god.
There you go. There's two. That's a two.
Damn.
I know, right? Sucks to be him. Xavier to God says, fuck, Marry, Kill. Halloween 2009. Halloween Ends and The Curse of Michael Myers.
The
None. We all lose. Every one of these movies is terrible, and I'd rather. Not.
Can I just kill myself in that
Yes,
regard?
Get your cyanide capsules. They're always available. It's right here in this tooth. Just pop it out and take it in.
I'm already listening to "Someday We'll All Be Free" by Donny Hathaway. I bit the capsule, and it's night. Somebody will get Nick picked up that one, didn't he?
I'm just sad you're gone. That's all.
I'm immortal. I'm just kidding. You made me an immortal cyborg, didn't you? So it's fine. I'll just.
Oh God, I forgot. Now we're with my clones of Kelly LeBrock that were.
Oh yeah, the fucking clones we talked about.
Yeah, I'm kayfabing my own death.
I almost forgot about that. We take over the fucking planet with clones.
Yeah, we're fine. We're fine. I can kayfabe my own death.
Oh my God, that bullshit. Oh my God.
We destroyed the planet, and now we're just floating through the vacuum of space because there's nothing left. Just us and our clones. We're just like having a clone party out in outer space, Nick. Better than a lemon party.
Yes, definitely.
Let's see. I'm gonna marry the Curse of Michael Myers. I want to fuck Halloween Ends. I'm gonna kill 2009 because Rob Zombie needed to be stopped in 2006.
Yeah,
and the year before.
Yeah, no. If I ever see him at a convention, he'll hate me really quickly.
You know what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go up to him and start mumbling and go Dracula, and then walk away every time. He's just gonna be like, fucking stop that guy,
dude. I'm gonna get in line and be like, how does it feel to be mediocre at everything?
Bro, I will say, man, like I said, I've seen him in concert 3 times. His stage show is bomb. Like
I'm sure it is.
It is. But yeah, his movies, like I liked House of a Thousand Corpses because I waited for that to come out because it got delayed for like a couple years. You know, I liked that one. Devil's Rejects I liked. I never saw like Lords of Salem or whatever, and I can't remember the other one he did. The Halloween
31.
Movies, 31. Never saw that.
31, yeah.
And I didn't watch the final in the trilogy. What was that? 3 from Hell. I never watched that. I heard that. Yeah, that was the 3rd one.
Oh yeah, 3 from Hell. Yeah. I think I watched that as well. That one was. Oh God, I remember I was reviewing shit at the time. It was fucking terrible.
Yeah, I didn't watch that one. I was like, I can't. But this one, I'll marry Curse of Michael Myers. Fucking Halloween Ends, I'll bang, and then I'll kill Halloween 2009. And the White Horse can go to hell too.
Nights in white satin.
I'm sorry, but when you have to describe your metaphor in the definition form in the front of your movie with a fucking text plate, you've messed up already.
Oh, that's brilliant filmmaking. Rob was like, yeah.
I do love that Carpenter called him on the phone and I don't know if Carpenter called him, but he called him an asshole at some point. I'm just like, that's hilarious. You asked for his praise and his like grace. He gave it to you, and then you fucked it.
You did. He was God.
Because Carpenter's older, he doesn't care. He's like, yeah, he was an asshole. He did a shitty job. And it's like, God damn, dude.
Like Carpenter says, I like the checks they send me.
Exactly. Right? That's it. Xavier the God pointed out, though, and it's true, Zombie didn't want to make Halloween 2009. He didn't want to make the sequel to that. But they threw money at him, and he, of course, capitulated at that point because money. And he's like, sweet, I can put my wife on film again.
I don't know, man. I mean, maybe you should like let her be crafty or your assistant, or I don't know, just not on set at all, and just have a real actress who's really good, who's not your wife.
Right. Yeah. We get it, Rob.
That could happen.
That's true. Like I said, if I ever see him at a convention, I will ask him like incredibly shitty questions until he tells me to leave or just yells at me. That's what's going to happen. Even if he does a Q&A, I will pay the money to get the nice VIP ticket. So I'm going to be in front of that mic and be like, how does it feel to make the worst horror movies ever? Just ever.
But can you promise me that you'll sing it like Blue Monday? How does it feel? And then just go from there. To hate you like I do.
You know what? Let me get a couple of like 3 or 4 shots in me. I'll do it. I don't give a shit, buddy.
I'll be there with you. Believe me, I'm not going to let you troll Rob Zombie alone because I want to be there for it. Believe me, I want to get kicked out.
It'll be glorious because I will just like ask him just incredibly annoying questions. I won't assault him or anything. I just will ask him really annoying questions. I'll even get in the fucking like signature line over and over again and be just like, "You suck. Your signature blows. Do it better.
Yeah,
do it better again."
I want Pete to walk up behind us. Your wife ain't shit, and that's it. That's what I want. I just want you just like doing this as you walk by with your arm. Your wife ain't shit.
Your wife ain't shit. Nobody wants to see her wrinkly ass Sharpay titties anymore, bro. Put them away. Put them away, bro. Nobody wants to see those tits, bro. I just went Vince Russo on it.
Oh
bro,
God! If
Russo,
I would,
you gotta tell your wife, put those things away, bro. Oh my God! 20 years ago, fine. Now, no. She looks like Sunny after she hit that guy with her car, bro.
She pooted. She pooted.
Oh man, that'd be we might make him leave like Friday or Saturday night.
We'll
Rob's
probably
like,
be escorted off the premises, Nick.
100%.
Rob's like, I'm gonna dig burn and slam my way out of here.
Or it might be the annoying asshole with a Red Ryder like cart and just bring in like 100 things for him to sign. It's be like, "Yep, you suck. You still suck. You still suck."
I'd ask him to sign my Turbo Man doll. He wasn't even in that shit, but hey, it's Turbo time.
That's a better idea. Is have him sign like just cheap toys from like the dollar store.
Yeah, it's like, hey, Rob, even you signing junk doesn't increase the value of this junk.
I would just talk shit. I would just talk shit the whole time.
Will you sign my Drew McIntyre action figure?
Out of time, so say goodbye.
God. Oh man. Yeah, no, he would just hate me. Just hate me entirely.
Rob, sign my Michael Myers cup, Rob. I want it to be absolutely fucking worthless.
By the way, to our friend in the chat, Kevin Flynn, who says, I just finished ordering Stealing Solo. I'll be checking out WOKEBUSTERS soon. Well, Kevin Flynn, when you buy from me, guess what? This is your book I'm fulfilling right now, man. I went ahead and did it while we were on the air. So he bought that shit like, hold on, I can give you the exact time. This order was made at 10:42. It's 10:48. I don't think anyone's ever had a 6-minute turnaround time for buying a comic book. You got to remember, folks, I've had over 1,500 orders. The longest it takes is like 16 hours to get something out. Pretty good for one dude. So now your book is fulfilled right here. Let me put a Do Not Bend sticker on the front of that bad boy. And then it'll be shipped out to you in the morning with our other orders. We got some going around the world. We got some going to some military bases. It's pretty cool, man. Stealing Solo will sell out of its print run, and then it'll be all over the world. So there we go. So I won't show anything with your info, but there you go. There's your book, Kevin. Thank you very much. Be safe and say hi to Tron for me. There you go.
That took me a minute when you were like Kevin Flynn. I was like, oh God.
There you go, man. All ready to go. And it will be shipped out tomorrow. I don't think I could top that time. There we go. I feel like I just had a new lap record. Thank you, though, Kevin. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate everybody out there. But, folks, we got some other stuff to talk about. I guess, who cares? We're having fun just bullshitting about Sorry, I just want to start a celebrity Uber, Vince Neil and Sonny ride sharing. I think everybody has shared a ride with Sonny once or twice. It's like, maybe not man. Triple H.
Wait,
that's about it.
That cannot be confirmed nor denied. Oh, no, brother, because I'm in heaven right now. Oh, yeah.
The story's been confirmed. Didn't you see his ex-wife on a podcast?
What, with Stephanie?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that. Yeah, that's... Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's why. I put Macho Man's head on that picture of Stephanie with Triple H in the group chat the other day. I was like, there, I fixed it. Yeah. I was like, there, I fixed it.
Yeah. Like, oh, yeah. Just think of me every time, Hunter. Oh, yeah.
Look in the video scope, Elizabeth. God, we should do a Macho Man episode, and it would be about 4 minutes long. And then, because our voices will be blown out. You can so much of this Hulk Hogan. I have a question for you. What do you think Macho Man's thinking up in heaven right now, looking down at Hulk Hogan ripping off his shirt on the political conference?
Oh my God!
Thank God I'm dead. That's what he's thinking about right now. Thank God I'm dead.
He's up there. Macho's up there. Wait, hang on. My props are out of whack here. Wait, hang on. I gotta take the headphones.
Come
off
on, come
here.
on, Carrot Top, get your shit together.
There we go, right there. You know, he's up there. I don't have. Wait. Do I have? Wait, I have the wig. Hang on, I've got the wig too.
You get the
Wait,
full
there,
screen
hang
for
on.
this.
We got the wig. Hang on. You know, he's up there. I'm doing this on the fly. There we go, right there. He's, up there.
Oh, Hulk Hogan down there at the RNC, stealing my glory again, stealing my thunder. I'm up here getting ready to drop the elbow from heaven on you, Hulk Hogan. I swear to you, yeah.
Something like that. I'm workshopping it.
It was good enough to get a timestamp because I'm gonna tell I gotta at least have that as a clip somewhere.
I'll just do the rest of the show like this.
There you go.
Really uncomfortably warm.
I'll have to take this wig off. It itches extremely.
just go. Be a man.
I know they're like, oh my God, he's bald.
Dun dun dun.
It's like Elaine. It's like Elaine. It's like, you're bald and I hate this thing and this is what I'm going to do with it. Sorry.
I feel like I might have been too obscure because somebody in the chat didn't know who Kelly LeBrock is. So I guess I have to find a different woman.
Are you? Oh, God.
They're younger. That's okay. Weird Science, man. You got to watch Weird Science. It was out before I was born, but I love that movie.
Yeah.
We're gonna have
Was that 88 or 85?
85.
Okay, so I was born that year. Maybe not exactly when it happened, but I was born that year for sure.
You were born the day it came out. Hey, you know what? I was born the day that Halloween 4 came out. Curse of Michael Myers, or The Return of Michael Myers, October 21st, 1988.
That's my
the
favorite.
dude
That's
from
my
First
favorite
Years
one.
Number 4 is your favorite one?
It is.
I was not born the day that Weird Science came out.
Well, Nick, you shouldn't have told me that. Oh, somebody asked for this in a super chat. We'll read it, or we'll do it now because it's on topic. That might be the best. That might be the best part of that movie, honestly. Like, I do like the first Spider-Man movie quite a bit, but the Macho Man scene, man, it makes it timeless.
Yeah, because you don't expect it at all, and he just shows up, and you're just like, "What the fuck is going on?"
I remember being in the theater seeing that. I fucking because I was like, what? That came out in 02? It was,
I was
2002. Yeah, I was 22. So like I was in the theater. I think I was there with like one of the pitching rotation at the time. And yeah, it was like, man, I was oh shit, it's Macho Man. It's like, yeah, it was freaking awesome. And seeing that. I always like like those wrestler cameos were always fun, especially when it turned out well, like Macho Man. And not anything Hogan did outside of Rocky. That was
yeah. Hold on a second. Are you telling me that you don't like Hulk Hogan's acting? You don't like his
Gremlins
work
too. Gremlins too.
That is okay. That part's amazing.
Yeah.
Oh
I was going to ask if you liked this part.
What's that smell?
Speaking of that movie, hang on a second. I'll be right back.
Oh God.
Uh-oh. Nick, I saw No Holds Barred on Channel 64 on a Sunday afternoon here in Cincinnati many, many years ago. And I was like, what is Hulk Hogan doing with the guy from Wayne's World? And I sat and I watched that whole movie.
I remember he did what is it? The movie and then like the show called like with Thunder in Paradise.
Yep. It's like Knight Rider with a boat.
Dude, I remember that poster being in that mom and pop video store near my place like forever.
All right. There it is right there. This is the one as a kid that I had. Yeah, the No Holds Barred. That's
God, it's a Memorex.
This is in I got out in my media area here, the VHS section. And I have wrestling tapes.
Yeah, kids. That's a VHS, or what we would call back in the day a tape.
Tape, yep.
Dick York, Sergeant York. Is that the one you're talking about, Digsby? Yeah, Wayne's World is one of my favorite. It's a top 10 favorite for sure. It just is edged out of the top 5 by The Big Lebowski. That's a
Oh, that
That's
movie.
I can't say it's a much better movie. I just really like The Big Lebowski.
The Big Lebowski is amazing. It is. It is. That movie's fucking great. God damn it, Walter. Not everything has to do with Vietnam, man. You're not even Jewish. Your ex-wife was, Walter.
You don't change your
I
religion,
don't
dude.
roll. I don't roll on Shabbos.
I want to go to Lebowski Fest so bad. That's something I want to do. I just want to chill, drink a bunch of White Russians, hang out with the dude, burn a couple, have a good time.
We'd have to, so we can all get dressed up as Lebowski and go to Lebowski Fest.
When
Where's
I
the
was
fucking
in
money,
Jamaica,
shithead?
dude. When I was in Jamaica, I went up to the bartender, me and the wife, like at one of those swim up bars, and walk up there, and I was like, "Hey, let me get a Caucasian, Gary." And the Jamaican's like, "I don't know what you're saying, man. What do you want to drink?" I'm like, "White Russian, please." He's like, "Okay," gets me a White Russian. My wife's looking at me going like, "Oh my god." Oh my god, you're fucking retarded. And you guys have met my wife, so you've seen her react to the things that I say. So yeah, you can just imagine her and this was our honeymoon. She's like, "Oh motherfucker, I'm fucked now, literally and figuratively."
I already committed.
Yep. and she knew that we don't scuba dive, so there couldn't be an accident there. So
Well, I'm glad nothing happened. You know, today today's the anniversary that you posted all those photos from Loudy's wedding. The last time the whole Bullshitters crew was together was 3 years ago this weekend. Can you believe that?
Dude.
I sent Kendo the one of me and him with him. He had the napkin over his head like a babushka.
He was so drunk that weekend. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
We were at that bar when we were walking around. We went to that bar and we remember we were controlling the jukebox and we just started putting on ICP and shit, just messing.
Yes. The bar next to the hotel, right? The one that's like just like it was like a block down.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yep.
Oh my god. One thing I do love.
One's in there.
That's true. One thing I do love is that those hotel rooms were like 10, like the walls of those hotel rooms were like 10 feet thick.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because we were wailing when we were karaoke, like drunk karaokeing at night, and nobody heard us.
Dude,
I was having a good time.
That was fun.
Yeah, nobody heard us.
I remember when Loudy, when he showed up to the hotel room with his brother, and he came in, and that was the first time I actually like ever met him, and he wanted me, like, he was fucking around. I think I took a back bump for him, and I had I had a bottle, and I was twisted up at that point, and I had a bottle full of joints in my pocket, and I fell on it, and it cracked it. I was like, "Oh God, are they okay? Are they fine?" I was like,
priorities.
Is Padme all right? Is she safe?
Alive?
I'm afraid in your age you killed her.
No.
But also, like when the actual wedding was going on, we were assholes in the back.
Oh my God!
I'm surprised you didn't get kicked out of that church.
Too sweet.
Yeah, we were back there trying not to talk and be quiet, and it didn't fucking work out. We were all just like being degenerates.
No, not at all. We were playing Pokemon Go and shit. It was bad. It was like the whole family. It was like her family kept turning around going.
Yeah.
I was so jealous of you guys because I'm in this wedding. I'm up on the altar trying to, be a good groomsman for my friend and, just stand there. And there's my friends, all of them together, all my closest friends from all over the country in one place.
Yeah, we're like 20 feet across the room, and Jeff keeps looking at us. We're just like waving at him like assholes.
And
you were all fucked up in that wedding, like
And then we memed him.
Yeah, we did.
You turned me into the Predator's victim.
Yeah, we were all the Predator's victim. Oh man, yeah, that was.
I remember walking in and going with the first time we walked up to the bar, and it's like me and Eric, and I think Nick, you were right behind us. And then we run into, I'm like, "Oh God, please don't let the first person I see be MJ. Please." Oh, motherfucker. Like, that was my old co-host. I'm like, there was like, this is so awkward. Because she turned around, she said hi to my wife, and she looked at me and she's like, I just was like,
Yeah, I don't think I said but 3 things to her. I don't even know that lady. She was just like, "Hi." I'm like, "Hey."
I there's no ill will, no animosity at all. You know, she's a sweetheart. It was like she made it more awkward. I'm like, just kind of like we're both relatively close in age, you know, just kind of like, hey, how you doing? Good. Boom. There it is. That end of the night, we're done. You know, we don't have to interact. You know, we see each other, a nod or whatever, no acknowledgement, whatever. Acknowledge me, I am man. But no, it was just like so fun. And then the wife was like later on at night, she bumped her, my wife on the dance floor. And Eric was like, I'm like, easy rod. Cause like my old she came to our house, like it hung out because she's from the same town I am. We've known each other for years. And I remember the first time because my wife had never met her. My wife saw her in person. The first thing she saw, one of those, I'm like, oh no. Oh, no. Because for full disclosure, she's an attractive woman. My ex co-host, she was an attractive, and we never dated. We've been friends. We played softball and shit together. I know her whole family. You know, good peeps. But yeah, she's an attractive woman. So yeah, my wife was like, one of the yeah. We're at one point she came over and we were doing a live stream and we're having a barbecue that night and there's like people out on my deck and her and I are like live streaming in my kitchen. I'm like, it's like, are you done yet outside? I'm like, no, we're almost done.
I do not miss the days of being asked when my streams are over. Oh.
Now she just doesn't care anymore because I'm in the compound and it's just me and my Drew McIntyre action figure. I don't my things. I told you to knock when I'm playing with my dolls. I mean,
no, I didn't see you, sir. You know, in this office, it's just me, the collection, and one other person.
Oh, Bob, say it!
He's always with us in spirit.
Oh man.
By the way, I want to read the super chat from Overkill161 because I keep putting it on the screen. He says, "At this point, Huck Mark Famil." Yeah, I can see a lot of people why they're angry at him and why they don't like his statements. And folks, that is why I'm doing Stealing Solo 2. I'm moving that up. Christmas 93, we're gonna push that back to the next Christmas. It'll wait. You know, 1993 happened already. It's not too late. But I do think Stealing Solo 2, which is about Mark Hamill figuring out the events of Stealing Solo and deciding to hold us hostage for his shot at stardom and fame again, is a really poignant book. So, like I said, I'll be working on that very soon. But yeah, thank you, Overkill161. I did not want to leave you hanging. I appreciate your patience. Bob Saget about to go a moral lesson on our asses in heaven with some serious music. So is there anything you guys want to talk about before we go? The audience is still sticking around, but we always are like, we can't leave if the numbers go up, and they kind of been fluctuating up, so we'll figure out some stuff. But Nick,
yes,
you and I have talked about this. I'll ask.
Oh God!
It's horror related.
Okay.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how gay is A Nightmare on Elm Street 2?
That is the gayest horror movie ever fucking made. Nick, you live streamed it. Remember we did a watch party for that. Oh my God. Yeah, that's the apex of gay horror right there. Like, I'm pretty sure that is the gayest horror movie ever made, that ever will be made. And that movie's gayer than They Them, which we also Is
that the one with Kevin Bacon?
Yes. Yeah, that one. And yeah, that one and like and that one was just bad. It really was. It was very, very bad. Yeah.
I saw it. Believe me.
Yeah. Because like I heard from some people it was good, and I was just like, man, this really isn't good. Like, it's just not fun at all. So
no.
Yeah, but no, that movie is pretty gay.
This is. I'm trying to think of a ref. I mean, this is like. Jesus, I guess I would. I don't know. I'm trying to think of like like flamboyantly, like what's that guy that made that Bros? That guy, Billy, that weirdo.
Oh, Eichner, right?
Billy Eichner. This is Billy Eichner in like Rob Halford, like leather chaps with a pride flag leading the parade. Gay. That's how gay it is right there. Yeah, this is like unapologetically, unequivocally, like everything about it. Like the coach whipping the guy in the shot, like or getting getting the coach getting whipped. What the? Oh my god! Yeah, everything. The dude coming out of the other guy, like Freddie coming out of homeboy there, like yeah, it doesn't get much gayer than that, boys.
Oh, Digsby. Freddy's Revenge is a gay classic. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Even I admit that one.
Yeah.
Hold on a second. Yeah. Tom Cruise was talking shit, or Manny Jacinto is talking shit on Tom Cruise. First off, Manny Jacinto is Canadian. Did not realize that. Oh, okay. Let's see. Manny Jacinto criticizes Top Gun Maverick for cutting his lines. It's up to us, Asian Americans, people of color, to be that for ourselves. What the hell, dude? Sometimes your lines get cut because you're just not that important to the story. So, Top Gun Maverick,
or for time.
Yeah,
you never go full
not throw logic with these people.
But see, like that's and like those Hollywood assholes. That's what they are. It's like my two lines, my two lines got cut. They're racist. It's like no, they were unimportant and they were filler, and it was like 8 seconds from the movie. You'll be fine. You'll be fine.
Here we go. Listen to this. Save lives.
Well, he is saying essentially, he's like Manny Jacinto, who currently stars in Disney Plus as the Acolyte. He had a Top Gun character, Lieutenant Billy Fritz, alone, who was reduced to a few seconds of screen time with no speaking lines. In an interview with GQ released Wednesday, Jacinto said despite his months of preparation for the film, his short appearance wasn't shocking. It kind of fuels you because at the end of the day, Tom Cruise is writing stories for Tom Cruise. Jacinto, who's a Filipino-Canadian, told the outlet, it's up to us Asian Americans, people of color, to be that for ourselves. We can't wait for somebody else to do it. If we want bigger stories out there, we have to make them for ourselves. Hey, hold on. Manny Jacinto. Asian Americans have had their stories put on film for a long fucking time. And guess what? Bruce Lee is an Asian American. Homeboy was born in America. Asian American. Bruce Lee, greatest of all time. I'm so tired of this race baity bullshit. You know what?
There was a movie called Crazy Rich Asians.
Yeah, it was good.
That came out like, I don't know, a few years ago. Like, what the fuck? What the fuck do you want? You had Shang-Chi, the 10 Rings, that bullshit. You've had all like you said, Jeff. We had the Kung Fu era of the 70s.
Had a resurgence.
You had a resurgence in the 90s. Too. Yeah, we had all this stuff. Like, I don't know what the fuck you're thinking about, and I love when these people who are, who can't see past 2015 for some fucking reason, and just be like, oh, we never got these movies. Like, you have the internet at your fingertips. Why are you this dumb? Why can you not look up these things and just find them? Or better yet, go to a goddamn video store that's like a small one, a mom and pop one owned. Talk to the fucking nerd behind the counter. He'll tell you everything you need to know about fucking Asian film or Skinamax or any of that bullshit that already existed way before all this shit. It's real fucking easy.
That's what your calling in life's going to be. You're going to run the world's greatest video store.
If I have to be that nerd in Simpsons and be that guy, I will. I will.
What about Jet Li and Chow Yun-fat and Jackie Chan?
Exactly. Rumble in the Bronx, man. Come on.
They were all stars, dude. Like Chow Yun-fat had that show, that detective show. Was it him and Arsenio Hall?
That's Sammo Hung you're thinking of.
Sammo Hung. Yeah, that one. Yeah, I'm sorry.
That was I think Kelly Hu was on that too back in the day.
Kelly Hu.
Oh yeah, Friday the 13th Party is a shitty movie, but she looks great in that one. I'd like to take her to Manhattan.
Was she also in Demon Knight?
She might have been. I know she's
because there was an Asian chick in Demon Knight that was topless. So
we watched. I think we watched Demon Knight.
I think we did.
Kelly Hu has gray hair now.
What? But even then, like you had like even the blaxploitation stuff in the 60s and 70s and 60s and 70s. Then you had that happen again in the 90s with like Jamie Foxx show, Martin, Family Matters, Hanging with Mr. Cooper. You had the research happen again, but it's like apparently everybody forgets this shit. I don't know fucking why. It's on the goddamn internet. You can look it up.
Bro, Living Single, Rock.
Living Single, thank you, Jesus Christ.
Dude, but Rock never gets enough love. Charles S. Dutton was freaking awesome in that show, man. That was I used to watch that show as a teenager.
Yeah, the
I
Wayans
never
Brothers was
saw
another
it.
one. Yeah.
Yeah, The Rock is great. Like I love that show.
Yeah.
When I looked up Kelly Hu to see if she was in Demon Knight, I didn't see that, but I did see she's in Deadpool Wolverine. So Lady Deathstrike. Yeah,
That's cool. But yeah, and even then, if all these Asians in America who can't find fucking movies to, you know, to be in, how about you all make your own fucking goddamn studio, pull all your money together for all the Chinese restaurants and make your own fucking movie? Nah. I'm tired of the complaining. I swear to God, it's so fucking idiotic. It's such a simple way to like the simple fix to all this. Make your own shit. It's that simple.
We have a very generous super chat from our friend Adama who says, "Hey guys, or hail guys, I was wondering what you guys think of the Wyatt Six stuff on Raw. If you already covered it, I apologize. We have not covered it. Pete, would you start us out, please? I'm going to go grab a drink while we start talking about this."
Absolutely. So if you're talking about this past week, and I know I did a review of this. This was another segment where you had Gable got kind of, him and the boys came down and they ganged up on who the hell was it? But I can't remember who it was they ganged up on in the ring, and they're doing the beat down. Oh, was it Jay? Was it Jay Uso? I'm trying to think. I watched so much wrestling this week. But so anyway, the presentation of their gimmick has been, I like it. We know, it was they're beating fucking Bo Dallas down, who's like Uncle Howdy. He's like the leader of the Wyatt Six now. He's kind of taking Bray's spot. And he's coming down. He gets whooped by it's like the Creed brothers. Yeah, the Creed brothers are beating him down. And they get into the ring, and then you get he's just laughing the whole time. Like Bo was taking a hellacious beat down. But yeah, the music hit, and then all the others started kind of coming down the ramp. You got the smoke and shit. The debut of the segment, I don't know if you saw it, Nick. Did you get to see it at all? Have you seen any of this?
No. I haven't seen it. No.
Okay, so with TKO and the way they're doing this now with Raw, they're shooting things at certain points in the matches and their promos and their vignettes very cinematically, and it looks. A lot of people don't like it. Like I'm an old school wrestling fan, but this I appreciate what they're doing because we've switched from Kevin Dunn, who was there from like 30 some years, basically Vince's entire run there. So, 40 years done or whatever, he's been there. So we've switched now to a more cinematic approach to this. And the way they're shooting this angle, which is like a horror type angle, it's fucking phenomenal. You've got Nikki Cross delivering VHS tapes, interrupted the Pat McAfee show the other day to deliver a tape to him because he's, commentator on Raw. So they've been watching the VHS tapes, and the way they've shot the Bo Dallas and Uncle Howdy stuff with him going back and forth with himself in two different characters and capacities. I'm hooked in, and they haven't had a match yet. They've been doing a nice slow burn. They've been going after Chad Gable, and yeah, it's I like it. I always thought Bo Dallas was underutilized, but he never had anything that caught on. And this is one of the beautiful things about professional wrestling and storytelling is he took losing his brother and he's not exploiting it, but this is an homage to Bray. So I'm digging everything about this and the way they're doing it. And it really speaks to Chad Gable too, the way he's able to play off this and as a heel, but still like he's terrified of this because he knows they're coming for him. So yeah, I've really liked this. And Rowan's promo was freaking phenomenal. And I don't think I've ever heard a promo out of him before, Eric Rowan. But Jesus, dude, it was freaking amazing. So I really, really, really like this. The just single piano note music. It's just, it's storytelling done right. And it's like, man, and Raw right now is drawing about what, 1.7 million in the ratings. SmackDown's about 2.2 million, 2.3 million. So it's still like, if you look Attitude Era comparison now, it's lower numbers, but these products are leaps and bounds above the competitor right now in terms of production, storytelling, long-term storytelling, booking. And I'm not a Cody Rhodes guy. I don't want anybody to think I'm not a Cody guy at all. But this angle here it's perfect for a mid to upper mid card spot. How do they get an actual match from all this? It's going to be something with Gable. It's going to be Bo and Gable at some point, I think. And that's the thing, is we know who everybody is. They've acknowledged it and the why. And I like that it's not a completely supernatural angle, because it just gets wonky with that. You can't play that off long term. And that was one of the things with The Undertaker, was when he started dropping the more supernatural stuff. And I like The Undertaker, don't get me wrong. I'm not really picking apart The Undertaker's gimmick, but even, he acknowledged the supernatural part of it was hard to keep that going.
Oh yeah.
So this being a deranged cult, that's the way this is going to be. And they're just picking people and attacking them, and they're, focused on Chad Gable right now. And like I said, the presentation of this has been phenomenal. Yeah. And I loved Bo, like I said, just getting his ass beat, taking these big moves, and he's just laughing the whole time. Yeah, it was very De Niro and Cape Fear in the alley scene with him getting his ass whipped before Nick turned the tables.
In the reboot, Nick, you did it better than De Niro. I gotta give you credit, buddy.
Yeah, so I sorry to be a little bit long-winded on that one, but it's like,
let me eat a nectarine. Don't apologize.
Yeah, we're talking horror, and then we go into a wrestling super chat, and I'm like, well, this is kind of one other area of my specialties. So yeah, that was
same here, my friend.
Yeah.
Now,
I know, brother.
The reason I like this is because there's no Vince McMahon. Under Vince McMahon, this would have been hokey garbage. This, under the Triple H era, works. And I am not sponsored by WWE, but my God, they're like, I'm interested in almost all the storylines outside of the Selena Vega shit. I'm like, all right, this storyline's good. That storyline's good. I'll watch Raw on my lunch breaks. Like when I'm not doing channel stuff, I'll sit here and, watch it for 90 minutes and be like, yeah, this is, worth the time. So that's my take. I'm interested in most of wrestling most of WWE. I know, and I say wrestling, that encompasses other brands, but I believe in Joe Hendry, and that's what I'm about over at TNA/NXT. But AEW, they try so hard, and like, I acknowledge the MJF Will Ospreay match, but the whole shit with the oxygen and all that, it's like, you really come off as a lame heel. You're not as cool as you think. Like, I'm just, everything AEW does is always like a step over for me.
I like the oxygen spot only because it works for MJF, because he's getting smacked by a little girl in the crowd and he flips her off. I mean, this is for me that the over dramatization of it for him, especially with his gimmick, that it worked for me, brother. But no, I did. I like that part. The match, they could have, honestly, like I said, they gave away a main event. That was a Wembley match right there. That was a Wembley match they gave away. But the rest of the show, you had, and I will address it as Nyla. You had, which I worked shows with that person for 2 years in Saginaw, and I'm being very kind right now. And
we're trying to
be trying. I'm thinly veiling it, Nick. Thinly veiling. I'm barely holding on here, Jerry. Serenity now, insanity later. But yeah, the Mercedes Moné match, and objectively, it was a god awful match. And there's no way that you can follow Ospreay and MJF. There's really no way to follow that, other than having two, as I said last night, two competent performers that they don't really have to tell a story, but they just have to don't fuck up. Just don't fuck up. That's all you have to do. And then you get this big fat Lubbock's out there, and you get Mercedes draws no Monet, and you have this just god awful, what was it? What they work 5 to 7 or 7 to 10 of just missed spot, slow steps, horrible fucking Nyla bit Mercedes tried to do Britt Baker's spot, the gimmick, the mandible while she's got her in like almost like the rings of Saturn or whatever she calls it. I don't know what the fuck, but I like Britt, but Mercedes tried to do this. Then she couldn't get the glove on first, so I'm like, oh shit, the glove doesn't fit. She must have quit. So she gets the glove on and she locks it and she puts her hand in the pork chop drop's mouth, and the hungry hippo snapped his jaw shut. Its jaw shut. And bit Mercedes' hand, and that made her mad. And then she locked in I don't know what she calls it now, but it's she's with the bank statement, the modified gimmick. So she does that, and Nyla tapped out, and it's just like everything was bad about that match. There was
that woman is trash.
Absolutely,
I do not like Mercedes Monet.
No, dude, she's so unnatural and fake, and she's trying to do real media interviews in gimmick, and she can't pull it off. It doesn't work at all. Like, it comes off as just cringe. It's terrible. She can work a good match. Like we watched Forbidden Door. Stephanie Vaquer, she's amazing. I'd never seen her work before. She's absolutely amazing, and that was a good match. And that proves right there, if you put Mercedes Monet with a really good worker, you can get a good match out of her. But it has to be somebody that is a vastly superior worker to her, which is funny because Vaquer's younger than her.
That was the most surprising match of that night. We watched Forbidden Door over at Phil's, and I think Mercedes Monet is so trash, man. And I'm watching it, and I hate her gimmick. She can't even back it up, and her fans are the most cringeworthy people on the internet.
Yep,
like
AEW fans in general are cringe. They are the hardcore, not actual, but the determinedly online AEW fans that shriek about everything. That if you criticize anything, and I shit on AEW a lot, but if they do something good, I'm like, hey, this was good. Why don't we do more of that? But it's just those ones that are like, they defend it like that. Like you've seen like a tipped over garbage can and raccoons like fighting over it. They're like the raccoons defending the garbage. That's them. They're defending their garbage can. They don't want the other garbage. That's basically it. And it's just like, oh my God, like you do realize, and I know Thode, the fruit of my loin, the baby, if you will, Thode wrote that the other day. Thode said that the AEW fans hurt the product. He made that comment about the Young Bucks. They said about him in his book, he wasn't really integral to the beginning of AEW, which is, and I'm saying this not as a Cody fan, but that was bullshit. The dude was there on the ground floor with it. He was very important to the beginning of that company. So the Young Bucks are shit, though. They always have been shit. They always will be shit. They're terrible. They're god awful. They have a terrible look. They look like two like teenage girls who are transitioning. Like they're not believable as tough guys. Like you're telling me I'm supposed to be afraid of some like little 5'9", 180-pound like buggy whipped arm shithead because what he can do flippy shit. Like, bro, I'm just gonna kick you in the face. Like, I mean, I know how the psychology of a wrestling match works. Like I said, I'm not freaking, I was not, a WWE quality wrestler, but I was trained by very fucking competent people, and I was a serviceable worker, and I learned first how to tell a fucking story. And that's what these guys are lost on. It's like, how many stupid flips can we do? And how many exploding fucking Reebok pumps can we have?
That was the worst.
That was the gayest wrestling spot I've ever seen since Joey Ryan's dick spot. Like that, like right there, dude. God. Like the suspension of disbelief is gone with these rejects. Like that's the problem when you let it's an indie. They're indie mindset. That's what it is. But you can be on the indies and be a very intelligent fucking indie worker and have a great psychology for the business, or you can be this and you can con a Mark billionaire into letting you basically run his company into the ground. So and then you pay Okada all this money, and that dude can't do shit. His match was, and I love Swerve Strickland, dude. Swerve is my man. I love Swerve. The dude is amazing in the ring, and I hate how they've booked him as champion. They ruined his championship reign. They've totally shit on that. Booked him into dirt, made him look like an idiot. He still gets over. Him and Nana are great, but you have him working Okada, and Swerve has to slow down like 20 miles an hour to let that broken down old sack of shit Okada try to keep up with him.
God damn, that's harsh.
I mean, it's painful because it's like, dude, the guy Okada was phenomenal years ago. He was probably one of the best in Japan, right? But he can't work that same style. It's like Chris Jericho trying to do the shit he did in 97, Jeff. That's what it looks like. You can't. You're old. Your body is broken down. You can't do it.
Go home. You're just so old.
Adjust, adapt, or get out. That you have to. But again, Tony's paying him all that money. Now they got that storyline where Okada's in love with Mercedes. He's like infatuated with her. He's Twitter pated. He had the Young Bucks ask her to do her CEO dance for him on Dynamite last night, which was cringe as fuck. So yeah, it's so bad.
Buddy, I am not going to go back and watch this past week's Dynamite. I'm not going to watch the Saturday show. But I'll tell you this. There was a free play day on Xbox where you got a free copy of AEW Fight Forever. I downloaded it. I played half a match of Sting versus Nyla Rose. I turned it off. I went to turn my Xbox back on. I was like, I'll play another match. It had been removed from the free play, and I went, oh, well, and I just deleted it.
Jeez.
I bought it when it came out. I'm not going to say what I paid for because I'm embarrassed. And I bought the Ultimate Edition too. And I didn't play it for a year. And then my son started playing it, and I'm like, I'm going to play this. I'm going to do a video, and I still haven't done it yet. I still haven't played it. But yeah, I played No Mercy on my N64 all the time. I still haven't played. But I'm playing like WCW matches on there with all my creator wrestlers and shit. I was like, oh look, Stan Lane and Bobby Eaton versus freaking El Ciclope and Ultimate Guerrero. Let's do it.
I haven't played Revenge in 20 years. I didn't have that game as a kid. I was only into the WWF. But
I sent you that one. I sent you that one with the N64.
I did. I haven't turned it on. I have it. I have no excuse.
No. I sent it to you just for the hell of it. I'd say that year, dude, that was like years ago.
I know, right? I'm bringing back the P.O. box for people. I know they want it. I am now. That's it. But let's get ready to close it up because it's late and I got to be up for Good Morning Pop Culture in under 12 hours. So, folks, I told you we would be doing that show to help promote WOKEBUSTERS. Clearly, it's working because the numbers have jumped really quick. So let's blow past our goal for WOKEBUSTERS and then turn our brand into a household name. Now, let's play some of these voicemails real quick.
Wait, hold on. I have one more news thing that I think is kind of like important.
Of course,
we need to talk about. Microsoft lays off DEI team. Former leader company diversity is no longer, quote unquote, no longer business critical. Microsoft laid off an internal team focused on promoting DEI within the company earlier this month, citing changing business needs that have shifted priorities away from the DEI agenda. First reported by Business Insider, the former leader of the DEI team lamented that in an email that true systems change work associated with DEI programs everywhere are no longer business critical or smart as they were in 2020.
Do me a favor, send me that article. They weren't smart in 2020. Come on. We've been rolling our eyes at this shit for 4 years, and they're, it's quick though. 4 years they turn around on this shit, which is nice. Nobody wanted this, and it doesn't really benefit anybody.
The pendulum is swinging, gentlemen. The pendulum is swinging, and it's swinging in our direction, and that's a very good thing. That means we've been doing the right things.
Well, and there's also one from Uncle Elon as well too. Billionaire entrepreneur Elon Musk announced on Tuesday that he will be relocating the headquarters of SpaceX and X from Democrat-run California to Republican-controlled Texas. This unexpected move comes in direct response to State Governor Gavin Newsom. God, I love that guy. Citing a bill promoting school districts from notifying parents when children change their preferred pronouns. Yeah. So
I left that state for many reasons, and I've never once missed living there.
So the fact that this billionaire is pulling out billions of dollars from the state, I love it. I love it so much. It makes me so happy. It's just going to be a desert with a bunch of buildings and weird people roaming them. That's all it's going to be.
Well, California, it's going to be Mad Max. You're right.
Yeah, it's going to be that episode of Futurama where like they get frozen and then they come up and they see these kids with guns and like cars and things, and the parents are picking them up. It's going to be that in like 5 years.
It wasn't too far off from that when I left there last year. I was starting to see the gasoline reserves just drop. I'm like, uh-oh, I know how this goes. They're erecting a Thunderdome too, but
they're erecting a Thunderdome.
Where's humongous?
You have greatly disappointed me.
Yeah, dude. Oh my God. Yeah. I mean, once again, I'll go visit my family there, but that's about as far as I go. That is honestly about as far as I go.
Well, I like that the market has dictated that DEI is garbage, because after all these years of being sensible, we're finally seeing, like you said, Nick, we've been doing the right things, saying the right things, like as people in general. Mm-hmm. And yes, I think we've helped a little bit. But when things are based on merit and quality, I think everything wins, because you gotta escalate, you gotta elevate, you gotta have something interesting to hook people, or there's got to be a reason why you're invited to the dance. And giving people jobs just because they look a certain way, that's really stupid. I would much rather watch movies made by people who are talented artists, not Manny Jacinto crying and bitching, "Hey, my lines were cut." Jason Mendoza, go back to The Good Place.
Yeah, I just sent you the article in our chat. But no, I agree with you, because I mean that's kind of how new movies have been run, and it's such a pain in the ass, because like we've seen nothing but shit. And even when a movie like Furiosa comes around, where there is none of that in there, and it's just kind of mediocre, people are just like, no, we're not watching it, and it got completely bombed to the box office for a holiday weekend, and it was a big blockbuster that came out, and that hasn't happened in like 30 years. I mean, it's just they're screwing themselves. They're screwing themselves, really. That's all it is. There's no faith in the Hollywood system at all anymore.
No, that's why we're all going to get together and make a movie for real, not a joke on the show. And look it.
Yeah,
we joked about stealing Solo. It's a thing and it works. We joked about WOKEBUSTERS. It's a thing and it works. Let's make something cool.
No, I'm like I said, I'm currently working on an anthology with my buddies down here. It's about the urban legend, the Hook Hand Killer. I don't know. I haven't got a name for it yet, but the script is done for my part. The wraparound. They've already written their scripts as well too. So we have to start filming the stuff soon, and hopefully it will be out sometime next year. I don't know when, but whenever it is, I'll try to do a big showing for it in Atlanta. So that'll happen.
I'll come down for that, like I did the last one.
Oh God, hopefully it'll be better than the last one.
If it's not, we're not friends anymore.
That's fair. That's fair. That's fair.
Like, I was hoping you'd have that response. I didn't want to sound like a dick.
No, because I'll be running this one this time, and I know what the fuck I'm doing now. It's been too long.
There you go, my man. So let's listen to our 2 voicemails. Let's see if the audio will come in, and then we'll close out the show and do some stuff.
It's very low.
For those who couldn't hear, it says, Jeff, I have a WOKEBUSTERS problem. Call me back, please. It's an emergency. I don't know how to get rid of these dumb women. You lesbian space witches. Please help. That was a little wild. Now, this next one, I'm going to try to play. There's no transcript for me to read, so I'm going to relay back what it said. I think it's Enrique calling me, but I can't really hear the background. Sorry if I'm like, what is that? It's like I hear the background, but let's hear the rest. Let's see if I can hear it.
When I see Jeff, like he's trying to listen to it, he needs one of those horns like in the old cartoons. Like, what did you say?
Well, here's the thing. It's this.
Beep.
It's like, what? It sounds like I'm being called from a serial killer. It's like what Freddy Krueger's brain sounds like.
Oh,
Dude,
God.
we should make our slasher should be called the Mumbler. And what it is he calls you on the phone, he mumbles into it.
Oh my God.
And then, people are just like, what the fuck is this? They don't take the Mumbler seriously. But the Mumbler is like 7 feet tall.
There's
the
one
evil mumbler which mumbles in the night.
Oh my God. Let's see. There was a movie that came out. Oh, come on, please.
While you're looking it up, Nick, I have a question too for you. How quick could you make a trailer? Like if everything's written and planned out in terms of shooting?
What do you hold on. You mean like a promo trailer for what we're doing kind of thing?
Well, I had a couple ideas for promos that we could do for next Schlocktoberfest. I think it'd be hilarious. I just don't want to say them on the air, but I'm like, what's the turnaround time on that?
If they are fully, let's see, if they're all done and that's what it is, the sleeper. God damn it, I keep fucking this up. Sorry. If you have the story and it's early enough in the year, turnaround time, I'm going to say 2 weeks. That's what I'm going to say because it would take a weekend to shoot and then 2 weeks probably to like edit and get it done. Because it's just like probably like a 90-second promo or a 90-second thing. I would say 2 weeks.
Because I have an idea for like 3 fake horror movies that we should make trailers for in the vein of Death Proof and Planet Terror, Grindhouse. So
I would honestly say 2 weeks because once again we shoot it over a weekend, probably like a Friday, Saturday, Sunday thing. Minimal, and like the crew I have wouldn't have a problem. We could stay at Richard's house or mine, get everybody together, film it, be done. Yeah, like 2 days to film it. Then I'd start working on it Monday, cutting it up, getting it together. Yeah, I honestly 2 weeks. Yeah, honestly 2 weeks. Yeah.
All right, well, we'll talk for next year because I got some idea.
By the way, when you said the mumbler and like calling people, there's a movie called The Sleeper from 2012. It's a throwback 80s movie. It's on Tubi, actually. Go check it out. Where the guy calls these women, and there you go. That's it. And he kills them. And it's a really it's a fun movie. They shot it in like 11 days, I think, or 12 days.
I want to watch Sleeper or The Sleeper. I'm still not unsold on the Mumbler. I'm just putting that out there, man.
No, that's fine. But like when you said phone call and talking into it, this guy does that. That's why I kind of like triggered that memory. But yeah, it's on Tubi for free to watch, so check it out.
We could call Dion. We could call you Dion. Hello, it's your old pal Buffalo Jeff.
I need Dion back.
You know what? If he wasn't so skittish, I want to make a Buffalo Jeff trailer so fucking bad. I just want to make a copy of like the Sounds of the Lambs trailer, but have him as Clarice. That's what I want to do. I don't want to have you with like the slick back hair and then like behind the fucking glass. That's what I want so bad.
That's what I want too, Nick.
Because it would be so ridiculous and people would just laugh at it. Because I mean, we could take it seriously and do the same beats and like the fade in, fade outs and the music and everything. It would be easy, but everybody I think would go nuts for it. Like, oh my god, they made it! It'd be so much fun.
We should do stuff like that. It's far more fun than talking about Star Wars, which I don't ever want to do, like ever.
Yeah, I
people
agree.
here think, oh yeah, no,
it's
fuck
Star
Wars.
Wars has been dead for too long now. I just don't care, and
Yep.
it's no longer it's not fun really. Apparently, Jeff is at a rave. He's at a
I'm just
German.
I have more lights to turn on, but I'm just seeing how this looks.
Yeah, he's at a German rave.
Cue Sandstorm by Darude again.
Dude, that's the song I was thinking of in my head too.
Yep.
my sorry, but my go-to is always Dirty Vegas.
Dude, you talked about that commercial. It showed up on my fucking Facebook reels.
You're welcome, and I'm sorry.
God damn it! Now that's gonna be stuck in my head. Thanks.
Without you,
and it's gonna show up on your phone like 14 times now too.
Oh. Son of a.
Yeah.
I'm gonna send you this. Hello, Dion is right. Yeah, folks. WCBS is always evolving, changing, and growing. Join us next year where we have some films and some trailers and some other things. And Nick, the idea that you have that you want to shoot in the great state of Florida will make happen too. So
no, that's gonna be I think that's gonna be the most fun. Well, we'll talk about that when we'll talk about that another time. But like that one would be I think we should make that one first because that's the most us thing that we can make. And it would just be really fun to do that, and it wouldn't be that complicated either, because we'd have to go to Florida to honestly probably shoot a bunch of wide and drone shots and maybe a few exteriors, and then that would be it. In all honesty, it would be a weekend of us being in Florida, and then like another weekend of us being up here in Atlanta and just shooting the things we need to like in the area and like fake it all and editing and stuff. So that's all it would be.
Let's fake it.
Yeah, because I mean, it would be incredible. It'd be easy to do that stuff. So,
oh, you were at your warehouse, says Enrique. Oh, sorry, Enrique. This was me trying to hear your call. What? The whole time, looking like Grandpa Jeff over here. Hey,
yeah.
Remember 1994?
That was 30 years ago.
Pepperidge Farm remembers.
I was eating Pepperidge Farm cookies back then, probably.
Yeah, because by
the pool.
Yeah, because if Marty McFly went back to the future now, he'd go back to 94.
And what would happen? He would probably go, wait a second, here's what they would do. They would try to make Marty McFly like some diverse kid or some bullshit. And you go back to the 90s, and the joke would be, oh wait, everything's okay 30 years ago. I guess my parents had it pretty easy growing up. All right.
Yeah, he'd be like, gas is how much? How much is a bag of chips?
He wouldn't go back. He would realize.
No. He would go back because he's like, hey, hold on, let me take a picture with my phone, and there would be no internet connection. He'd be like, no. That's what would happen.
I need Wi-Fi.
Yeah,
that's the subtitle of the fucking movie.
Yeah, that's exactly what would happen.
In a world with no Wi-Fi, what would Marty McFly do in 1994?
Dude,
he'd Rob Schneider.
He'd see some kids drink from the hose and be like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" And they'd be like, "Nothing."
This is what we're supposed to do. We're outside.
Yeah. Yeah, it'd be getting dusk, and he sees some kids at like a gas station buying Pepsis or whatever. And he's like, "Wait, he's like, do your parents know where you are?" It's like, no. Of course they don't.
Oh, the streetlights just came on. We're good.
Yeah, it's like, we gotta go.
Batman fell over.
Yeah, I don't know. It might be one of those things where it's like, yeah, things are simpler, but would he, if he was like a Gen Z or Gen Alpha, would he want to go back? That's the thing.
At what cost?
Just to think, he's like one of these weirdos obsessed with the 90s. He gets back, he loves it. He moves to another state so he doesn't prevent himself from being born, and he just lives his because remember, he's in California. He jumps on a plane and goes to New York, where he never will run into any family members, and he just lives his life as a kid from the early 2000s in 1994, because the year never changed.
Working at a pizza place forever.
He's working at a Pizza Hut with a fucking buffet. You know what it is? He goes back in time and sees all the shit that people are nostalgic for on BuzzFeed, and he goes, "It really is as great as they said." He's like, "Oh my god, 79 cents for a beef and bean burrito? I'm there." And I'm like, "Oh shit, okay."
He's like, oh my god, at this rate, I could actually buy a house. Like, yeah, no shit, buddy.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. We peaked as a society by 2000. After that, it's been the slow descent into madness where we are
9/11
now.
ruined everything.
Oh, that was the yep. You talk about one of the historical events you remember. Yeah, I was like 21 when that happened. I remember that shit vividly.
Which event?
9/11.
Man, we lost 6 of our best guys that day.
God damn it, Nick.
What were you?
You look like more of an asshole than you with sunglasses on the screen.
I'm sorry, I had to. I fucking had to. And I love how the chat is just silent, just fucking silent. Nobody said shit.
Bro, YouTube's chat is garbage. It's always silent now. It's like we got 220 people roughly watching, and it's just like crickets.
Yeah. Oh man. Well, I mean,
Maybe,
I think
our audience is all bots now. Like Adama.
Well, no,
really
I think
isn't really Adama. He's just a robot.
I think everybody's watching the. I don't know if the RNC is still live now or what the deal is. So
those people are in bed by now.
Yeah. All right. What was that? Blue Bloods is over. Irene, let's go to bed. Come on.
He's feeling frisky after watching Tom Selleck do some cool. Yeah, I'm gonna try that.
I just watched Blue Bloods last year.
Oh god.
No one's perfect, Pete.
You're making fun of it. You become the thing you hate.
It's impossible. It's not fair.
Set your feelings. You know it to be true.
No.
I should edit that with no bastards from Back to the Future and just do a really crazy Back to the Future Empire Strikes back blend. It'd be fun.
You know what? I need to go back to Universal Studios in California because apparently if you pay the big money and go and do the nice tour, they let you out at the town.
They do.
And I was
the
like,
guided tours.
Yeah, I need to fucking do that.
I would do too.
Yeah, it's like I know it's a lot of money, but it's like I need that in my life. I just need to be in that town for like 5 minutes.
That's all they'll let you be in it for.
Even though it's entirely fake, I just want to be there for 5 minutes. That's it.
What is even real today, Nick?
That's 100% true.
Real quick, guys, let's play the guessing game of which disappointing series between The Acolyte and The Boys, what got a higher score for its finale, The Boys or The Acolyte? Nick?
I'm going to say The Boys.
Pete?
The Boys.
Would you believe that they both got the same score of a 6 out of 10?
No way.
They're just okay. The Boys ends on a disappointing note, indicating the show is on a decline and badly in need of some upgraded horsepower for season 5. This is IGN, which the people like the politics of this shit. And The Acolyte. The Acolyte ends its season with some great action and compelling depictions of a flawed Jedi Knight, but left too many questions unanswered to be a satisfying conclusion.
Yeah, The Acolyte probably get a season 2, and then they'll be like, "Oh, it shit can now done."
Yeah, they probably have written into where they had to do at least 2 seasons, or they'd have to pay like a penalty or something.
Well, they just ranked every Disney Plus Star Wars show. The Acolyte comes in at 5 of 6.
Well, what was 1?
Andor. Everyone thinks Andor's this masterpiece. It's fine, but it's not better than The Mandalorian.
The first season of The Mandalorian was the best. First season of The Mandalorian was the best. Yeah.
Yep. I watched like 3 episodes of Andor and was like, you know what? I can't do this anymore. I can't do it. I have no desire to watch that's like our beloved dog that died in 2014. That would be like me going back to the house that I sold before the other house and digging up and exhuming her corpse that I buried and dragging it through the yard and making my wife watch me do it because she got her when she was a puppy. That's basically like me watching Star Wars now. Like I can't do it. Like it's something that I fucking love dearly, and to watch it just get bastardized continually is just, it hurts, man. But it's like, yeah, I just tune out. I got the prequels, which I always liked, and I got the original trilogy, and then I got action figures, which I got to play with today with my kid, which was fun. So
yeah, did Luke Skywalker swing across the chasm?
No, actually today it was all clones and Death Squad troopers versus the Godzilla action figures and 2 big ass predators and some xenomorphs too. So that was that was a fun way to spend the afternoon.
Speaking of which, have you seen the Xenomorph popcorn bucket from Regal for the Romulus?
No, I haven't.
Yeah. It's just a Xenomorph head that you can put popcorn in. So,
folks, we are going to do Alien Month. We will have a drunk watch. We're bringing it back. Yes, this summer's been a little crazy, but we'll be doing Alien and Aliens and having fun and that kind of stuff. And the lead up to Alien Romulus. Hey, Pete, I got a bag. I'm not going to send this to anybody, but I got a bag of Indiana Jones figures. They just kind of sit here. After the last 2 movies, I didn't know what to do with them, so they just kind of live in this bag. They don't even get a space to be displayed on my shelf. But I have them all. Like, here's Henry Jones Sr.
Nice.
And hey, look, another Henry Jones Sr.
Oh my God.
And a German soldier. We can't call him something else. And that's all. But there's Indiana Jones, but nobody cares about him.
You're hiding the Indiana Jones figures under the floorboards, aren't you, Jeff?
I'm hiding them under my desk because I have no more space.
Point to the spots under the desk where the figures are hiding.
I love that. Hey, it seems like the AMC popcorn bucket price has finally gone down to something somewhat reasonable.
Yeah, because we are living in the dumbest time possible. The dumbest shit gets really popular. They jack up the price. People are stupid. I gotta get it, FOMO, and then it goes away and nobody cares within 90 days. We live in a 90-day society. Like, there's 90-day fiance, there's 90-day popularity trends. If you make it past 90 days, that's impressive.
No, because I remember when it was even like I think 2 weeks ago, it was still at like $200 or $300 for the popcorn bucket. Now it's like somewhat reasonable, and I'm like, okay, it's not bad.
I care about the economics of things, and underneath it all, a popcorn bucket is a waste of money because you spend $30 to $50 on a piece of plastic and you get a small popcorn in it. If it was big enough to necessitate a large popcorn and got you free refills for life, then I'd consider spending $50 on a giant bucket. But something that's little and kitschy just because it looks like an alien head or a fleshlight or Deadpool's butthole, I'm not spending money on it.
Oh God! I do like the ghost trap with like the purple coming out of it. I really love that. And I'm going to wait a little longer for the price to even come down further, and I will eventually buy it. But it's just going to be like my personal thing if I put on my coffee table or something. Like, that'll be it.
But you bought the Hasbro Ghost Trap. Why not just display that?
Because I want to actually play with that and use it because it's actually made of good quality.
Nick, I hate to tell you, we're not going to be able to capture ghosts. We both got proton packs, PKE meters, and the trap, and we're going to run around like assholes in your apartment. Get her, Nick! Ah! All that crap.
Well, no. We need to do the thing we talked about with Phil and where our proton pack's doing that shit.
Yeah,
and look like idiots. But I think that'll be a little bit more exciting.
That's the best joke of Ghostbusters. They look like assholes, but they're awesome.
That's true.
Oh, all right, guys. It's almost midnight here. R.I.P. to Bob Newhart, who passed away at the prime old age of 94 years old. He was a one-of-a-kind kind of guy. Yeah. And I'd try to see if there's anything else we need to address before we go. I don't think so. So, folks, thank you for watching. We'll be back next time with more. You can follow us on Twitter. You can follow us on Patreon. You can follow us on X, which is Twitter, so I'm redundant. But go to stealingsolo.com to get yourself a copy of the graphic novel. You can go over to... where else? WOKEBUSTERScomic.com right now. Damn it, Batman.
One thing I will do as well in preparation for Alien Month is I will try to get some Alien games to play on our Twitch channel. So I'll try to do that.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. If not 2 days a week, at least 1 day a week for sure. I will try to get some Alien game and play it on Twitch. This way we're not, nobody's bored or anything.
Okay, here's a message from our friend Dirty D Senpai here. My 3 Stranded on an Island movies. Here we go. It'd be Kung Fu Hustle, Black Knight, and Next Friday. Black Knight. I saw that in theaters with Martin Lawrence, right?
That's not a bad movie.
No.
Yeah. That wasn't bad at all.
It was really good, and then it just kind of came and went, and it's been swept under the rug for a bit because nobody really remembers it.
I loved all the Martin Lawrence movies back in the day. My favorite was Blue Streak. But
oh my god, yes,
That's a great movie.
And they wanted to make a part 2 and they couldn't. I'm like, why wouldn't you do that? That was so good, so good.
Oh, dude, I wanted to see more of Miles Logan and Luke Wilson's character.
Oh yeah,
like the entire supporting cast was amazing.
Yeah.
Adama, I'm glad you're not a robot, my friend. I'd be really sad if we found out that you were a robot. I'd take it personally.
I took that as a personal attack.
Adama goes to the phone book. Are you Jeff Hicks? No.
Catherine Brewster.
Catherine.
Mark Hamill. We're coming for you. But folks, make sure you check out Wrestling with Horror. Give Pete a subscribe. He's a great dude, friend of the channel, puts out great wrestling and horror content. As you can tell, we have a lot of fun hanging out, talking about those things. We have somebody saying Fireteam Alien is my favorite Aliens game, honestly, but that probably is an uncommon take considering how relatively new it is.
I have not played it yet. Oh no, I haven't played it yet, but I know there's the one where the alien tries to hunt you down and stuff. I might try that one and see how like nerve-wracking that gets.
Just let me know. I will I'll play with you. I have Xbox and PC, so
Definitely,
and PS4. I just don't like it anymore.
I need to get the, like I've been saying for a while, the Republic of Gaming handheld and do some Steam stuff on there. So
it's the way of the future.
Oh yeah.
All right, folks, we have 9 days left for WOKEBUSTERS. Don't miss out. Grab yourselves a copy before it goes away. But we'll be back. I'll be back tomorrow morning, and Saturday will be the telethon. So you guys got to call in. We'll have some fun. That stream could go on as long as you want it to go on. That's the secret of that stream. So that's the time when you want me to stretch it out. Well, send in your messages. Let's have fun, and let's keep it rolling. But, folks, we're going to go. Until then, be smart, be safe, be cool, but always be excellent to each other.
.com.